Live from Miami, Florida, and places unknown, it's Friday night!
Damn, your voice sounds so buttery, soft, and smooth. Like, it sounds really, really good. Oh, look at Ruben dancing.
Oh, thank you.
Party! After
Ruben...
dark! Woo!
Wow, dang.
Because I'm drinking coffee, baby.
You're drinking coffee. Ruben, you're still lit from our trip last weekend.
Fuck
when
yeah.
we went.
Gayzer in space!
Yes. How was your trip, by the way?
It was hella fun. We got some
it was a lot of fun.
fathery. We had a road trip. Ruben, me, and his wife Janet. Like, it was so much fun. We stopped at this like awesome chicken place and had chicken.
That's our first ever road trip, isn't it? As
Didn't
friends?
we go to Disney? We never went to Disney.
No,
Wait a minute.
I don't go to Disney.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that, in all the time that you guys have known each other, you guys have never gone on a road trip before?
Yeah, I don't think we ever have.
You didn't go to grad night? Oh, grad night would have been different for you than it was
2 years
for me.
ahead of you, so.
Yeah, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Okay.
We've never been on a road trip together?
Wow.
Why do
I
I
think
feel like
so,
we
no?
have?
I cannot believe that. But if you guys are saying you've never been on one.
Yeah, I can't
Until
really
recently.
think of another time we've been on a road trip that I can remember.
That's cool.
Wow. Yo, Blue Sparks here. Hey, Blue. Oh, you're still up at this hour? Jeez. And I think we have a new person who's listening in. I don't know if Josh was there, but if you are, feel free to say hi in the chat. So yeah, let's get this show on the road. Ruben, inquiring minds want to know: Did you watch Star Trek Picard season 2, episode 1, The Stargazer?
Oh, this is cool. I can hide my expressions behind the mic. I have no idea what's going on behind here. I did watch Picard.
Oh, you did watch it. Okay, don't say anything. I don't want to know anything yet. I have to get drunk a little more. I have to get a little more drunk, and then I have a lot of questions for you.
Oh my god.
Also, I want to wait a little to get the hype going. Like, let's hear what Ruben thinks. Let's recap last season on Starfleet Boy when
It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I love it. Season 1.
But then Ruben quickly soured to it. It's funny. I will say this without knowing. I want you to really truly hold your opinion for a bit. I don't want to know it. Have you tweeted about it?
I've been prepared for tonight. I have a whole gimmick ready.
Wow, dang!
Because I knew this question was coming.
Oh my god.
No, I didn't tweet about it. I don't tweet about it.
So last
Very
season,
rare, yeah.
last season on Starfleet Boy,
my God.
Ruben and I started out doing it. So I was kind of crazy. I still am kind of crazy. I did, what was it, 3 discussions for Star Trek Picard every week.
And just so everybody knows, they've got about 5 more weeks left of me on this show.
I like to think that I've grown since then, Ruben, and that I can handle the button pushing.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't.
What do you mean? What did I do? Are you talking about my...
No, you haven't.
No, you haven't.
What are you talking about? What do you mean? What did I do? Have I harassed anyone other than the blah 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 comment on your Twitter post? Other than that, I don't think I've done that anything, right? Right. We'll see. You guys will see. I'll prove you wrong. Spoilers for everything. Star Trek is what I gotta put a disclaimer.
One day I'm gonna have the show, and Starfleet Boy is gonna be the one hating on Star Trek.
What?
I'm gonna have to be like, sorry.
I feel like, and don't take this the wrong way, but I feel like that'll be whenever who your favorite writer is writing for Star Trek Picard. That's when I'll be. Like,
my favorite writer is Gilbert
dang,
Gottfried.
Braxton looks so good. What is this?
Oh yeah.
Hey boys, what's happening? How's it going?
Hey, Braxton.
PJ Father's still on the cruise.
Yo, PJ.
No
PJ
father.
Father's still on the cruise.
Hey PJ.
Braxton, we were just recapping last season on Starfleet Boy when Ruben and I were talking about Star Trek Picard. Actually, it was 2 years ago, so that was like... Are you doing the Jacques Vache? That's what you're doing.
No, it's like, they cut from scene to scene,
You're doing the...
You'll never get away with this, Starfleet Boy!
That's
Starfleet Boy, you're the end of all. God.
The end of all. I'm the destroyer. I'm the destroyer. Yes.
Face is melting.
I'm Cthulhu. I've come to kill all biological life.
So Wow, Marcel, you really crack. Marcel's like
the
your
best
best.
laugh.
I'm like, this is not even funny, and Marcel is
Yeah,
like
it does,
dying
it's
over
funny
there.
going on.
He has such a great laugh, too. It's
I
so
know you
pure.
do. It's true.
Oh, okay. I promise I won't laugh anymore. Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna try to make you laugh.
All right, so I was doing like 2 or 3 discussions a week for
Oh my God.
Star Trek Picard. I'm still doing 2, but just in a different way. I'm doing the spaces, which Marcelo joined me for last night. I know
it was great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thank you for helping me do that. And then we moved our Picard discussions to Sundays, so I have time to think about it, like write some poetry about it.
Oh, can I be on that one too?
Yeah, you can be on that one, totally.
I was listening.
Anyway, so
I was listening to the space.
Oh, it's the thing. But last season on Picard, Ruben and I had our own separate discussion series. I had one with my friend Sean, and then we had another one that I forget what that one was, but it was like a group discussion, I think, or something like that. And so like when we first saw the first episode, Remembrance, Ruben was like telling us how he cried, how it was like so powerful, like how it was so awesome, and it was. He's not wrong. Like to go back to Picard to see him again.
Oh no,
like,
I was wrong. I was just caught up in the nostalgia.
That's okay.
I was 100% wrong.
You were really feeling, but you were really feeling
No,
that.
oh yeah, I did. They got me.
You were really feeling that in the moment.
My shields were down, you could say.
Yeah. And then after that, Ruben just like kind of didn't like Star Trek Picard and didn't vibe with it. And then he and I just like we stopped discussing it and we just started arguing because I wanted him to like it. And he didn't want to like it, so there was no convincing. Everything he said he didn't like about Star Trek Picard, I would try to counterpoint, and then he'd be like, "No, no." And and on top of that, like Ruben knows me for many years since I was like in the 3rd grade, and I know him, so we both know that like we both have like the button on the nuclear detonator if we need it, and we were just launching ballistics like left and right, like I think it got really dark at some point where I was like. I don't know. I was blaming you for something.
Burn down your house too that one time.
No, I don't think it was that dark. But apparently, and I didn't think that this happened consciously, but Ruben said, I just stopped inviting Ruben to the discussions, and I think I replaced him. I forget who I replaced him for with or whatever. But my memory of it was just that like I didn't like I thought we just didn't connect. I don't. He's laughing so hard. Do you have the chats?
I just want to hear. I just want to hear what you're gonna say.
I was just gonna say my memory of it is like kind of. I think I blanked out. Like seriously, like I think I didn't like. I think it was not like
nerd rage.
It was nerd rage that went to the point of blanking out because I have like no memory of like consciously not disinviting you or not having you on the show. I just remember thinking like, oh, Ruben's not interested in coming on the show.
Just say the link stopped coming.
The link stopped.
Yeah, it was.
It can happen. It can happen.
Yeah, it was.
When you're a controversial figure like I am, you gotta expect it.
Joel's here. Joel, yay! Oh, you've been here. That's who you are, Joel. Oh wait.
Wait a minute.
No, sorry, I'm thinking of Joshua. Joel, welcome back.
No, but I was about to say he wasn't with us. He wasn't with us last night. Right?
No, Joel's been on a couple times. Yeah. More like Starfleet Boy Goes Dark. Yes, that's true. It was more like Starfleet Boy Goes Dark. Anyways, this time I will not be triggered. I promise, Ruben. I've learned to stop trying to convince people to like the same things that I like.
Well, this is the first episode, so you know.
Yeah, this is the first episode.
So I know. I do it.
So you know.
Ruben loved it.
I love teasing you. So good.
You loved
You're playing with your emotions so hard right now.
I know that you love the fleet because you mentioned it.
I like seeing the Star Trek Online ships. That was cool.
Yeah, I know that for a fact. That was
cool. It's canon now.
Yeah, so you were happy about that. So, okay, Ruben, we're dying to know. What were your thoughts on Starfleet Picard Season 2, Episode 1? Okay, I have this question since you don't want to say it. Are you going to keep watching just to see what happens?
No, he's not.
The mute button on my thing not work?
No.
He was trying to mute us.
Good Lord.
I didn't mute him. He muted himself.
No.
That's so lame.
Testing, you stupid piece of shit. My God.
so Josh is here. Yay, Josh. Josh says, who could possibly not like this episode though? There's literally something for everyone. Yeah, Ruben just admitted he liked the fleet he liked the Wait, stop, Ruben. Don't mute your I didn't mute you this time. Wait, how did you mute? You're muted. Okay.
He's muted.
Can I unmute him? I can't unmute him. It doesn't let me unmute him. Jude says stopping by for a quick like and hello. Hopefully we'll be back later. Have a great show, gentlemen. What an episode. Thank you, Jude. Thank you so much.
Wait, so you can't unmute me when I mute myself?
No, if you mute yourself, I can't unmute you. It's like a safety protocol.
That was my gimmick.
Okay, so what?
Wasn't as good as I was hoping, but oh well.
So what do you think of Star Trek Picard, episode 1, season 2?
I'm just glad it ended. I thought it was never going to end at one point, and I was just going to see stuck watching the same episodes for the rest of my life. I did not like anything about it.
Okay.
It is more of the same. My favorite part was how they just completely ignore season 1 in almost every way, shape, and form.
They actually
forget it happened, guys. Forget it happened.
I don't think they did that at all to Ruben. That's not a fair critique.
Wait. I could.
It's not a fair critique. Rios was not a Starfleet officer anymore.
2 years passed from season
1 year.
Okay, 1 year.
And he was not a Starfleet officer. He was piloting an illegal ship that was involved in crimes, and now he's the captain of a ship.
I will.
It's like, forget season 1.
Star Trek 4. I cite Star Trek 4. I cite Star Trek 4 where the whole entire crew of the Bounty, which was an illegal.
They saved the planet.
Yeah, and these guys saved the galaxy.
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
because if they don't do anything in season 1. Soji gets captured by the Soji Dodge, whatever, gets captured by the Romulans, killed, and she never calls the synth devil, which now knows that biological life is threatening synthetic life. So if they don't do anything in season 1, the world is actually a better place.
Nothing happens.
Because the synth planet dies, but the galaxy survives. Whereas in this case, they already called Synthulu, so there's nothing stopping Synthulu from coming to destroy biological life. So by doing something in season 1, they actually threatened the entire galaxy. Wrong, sir, because that's how bad that show is.
There's a light threat, but Synthulu never came through. They were able. Soji was able to stop the signal. Yep. So I imagine it's sort of like, and based on like the visual. Oh, sorry, Marcel. I know you're trying to talk, and I don't want you to think that I'm talking over you. I just want to say this one point. Okay. The Synthulu thing looked like it was starting to materialize and form, and it wasn't quite here. So my headcanon, or my idea of like filling in the gaps or whatever, is that like it had to form completely to arrive here in this galaxy. And they're a multi-galactic civilization, which is something else we find out from season 1 of Star Trek Picard. And so maybe the Synthulus are like so far away that like they don't even know they're it's going to take them a while to figure out where they were being summoned to. Like they're not even fully sure what the coordinates are because they didn't get a full complete signal. So that's
never going to bring that up again.
Well, they might never bring it up, but they might also. Who knows? I don't know. But anyways, that's just. Anyways, I'm just trying to say like.
$100 live on air right now.
I'm just trying to say that like. I'm just trying to say it's very plausible that Synthulu is a wrapped up matter, and that's all fine. What were you gonna say, Marcelo? I'm sorry.
I as a person who had deep issues with season 1 of Picard, I agree with Ruben. I believe that they will do their damnedest to sort of just say, forget everything in season 1. It didn't happen. It's just gone. It's poof like that. But where I will disagree with Ruben is that I thought that the dialogue was so much better. This first episode had such a different feel to it. It was a little bit more happy and relaxed, and it just had an overall different feel to it. Like I said, like I said last night to Starfleet Boy, I thought that this first episode felt more TNG than all of season one. I love the fact that the characters started to respect Jean-Luc Picard and didn't curse at him and
I have
didn't
a bone
ignore
to
him.
pick with you about.
Wait,
I have
wait,
a bone
wait,
to
wait,
pick
wait.
you with.
I'm
But
not
give,
finished
but carry
yet.
on.
I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
finished.
Go.
I love the fact that the characters respected Jean-Luc Picard and didn't ignore him like they did for the most part in season one. I loved that Raffi started treating him with respect. I loved the potential relationship being at least hinted at with Laris. I don't know if that's going to go anywhere, but on that note, I would love for Beverly to pop up at some point this season. I love seeing Guinan again. I love seeing Seven of Nine. I loved that Rios, Raffi, and oh my God, what's her face? Girardi.
Girardi, Agnes.
Yeah, are mostly in a good place. But my favorite thing about this episode was just one little thing. I was really upset that Star Trek, for some reason, and Ruben's gonna like this. Star Trek, for some reason, rewards murderers for doing awful.
We're gonna.
things.
I'm writing notes because
Okay,
we're gonna
okay.
talk
Hold
about
on.
Seven
this.
of Nine not in
No,
prison.
we're gonna talk
Seven
about
of
this.
Nine murdered a room full of people.
That's it.
Just-
Hold
So
on.
should be in
Just
freaking
hold
up.
prison.
Just
Sorry.
hold up.
Let me let Marcel
Hold
finish,
on.
and then Braxton has to
Hold-
tell us what he
I'll-
thought
I will
because
no,
he
I'll-
just saw
no,
it
I'll-
too. So.
Yeah. I just want a couple more things and then I'll finish.
Elnor murdered somebody and goes to Starfleet. Wesley was all kicked out for doing that ballsy shit that got the one kid killed. Elnor beheaded somebody and gets into Starfleet.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay. So just check this out. So with all that Ruben just said, I think that new Star Trek has a propensity to reward people that do awful things like murder. And it really bothered me last season that Agnes Girardi, never got her comeuppance for murdering what's his face?
Oh, man.
Marcel, you don't think temporary insanity is a fair
It's not
I
about,
will-
no,
wait,
wait.
wait.
If I can,
I
if I
will-
may, it's not
Yeah,
about.
sure.
She's the least murderer of the murderers. It's not
Yeah.
about her getting like dying or paying. She has to still pay a price. Like there should be
she'll pay
a
a price.
consequence. She should still at least be mentally traumatized from it.
Is that
But
what
she
happens?
Gets a boyfriend at the end of the season, and she's all. I don't even understand
Yeah,
how she's
okay.
all.
I'll just say, wait, just going back to Agnes for 1 second, just to counterpoint that real quick. I'm
I
sorry.
didn't finish.
Okay, but real quick, because
Sorry,
okay, then I'm
guys,
gonna take notes, and when I talk, you guys are not gonna fucking interrupt, and you're gonna listen to what I'm gonna shove down
Of course
your
we
fucking
are.
throats. All right, go
course
for
we
it.
are.
Then.
Dark,
All
dark,
right,
dark boy's coming. Dark
it's
boy.
he's coming.
Dude.
The Borg bitch, the bitch queen is coming. So you better watch out. Is all I gotta say. My tentacles are gonna come out of my back, and I'm gonna assimilate your asses. So if you don't want me to like interrupt you, I'm gonna take notes, and you better be ready.
Okay.
And I won't be interrupted. All right, carry on, Marcella.
Oh wait, can I reply to Josh real quick? Sure,
Yes.
Josh, but there's still actual laws. Just because you think you're doing the right thing,
No,
culturally, doesn't mean you're actually doing the right
Doing
thing.
the right thing.
These are all diversions from the. Anyways, carry
The
on. Go on,
Jones- the
Marcella.
Jones
Okay.
cult
Let's give
killed
Marcella
people.
back the floor,
All right,
and
one
then
more, okay.
Braxton gets the floor.
One
Go
more,
ahead.
okay,
Opening
okay.
statement. Go ahead, Marcella.
One more thing. I like the fact that at least they mentioned that that Girardi did go on trial for her act of murder against Maddox, and that she was sort of forgiven, because that really bugged the crap out of me. That in season one she murdered someone, and everybody was like, for the moment, everybody was like, "Oh no, you're going to go to jail," but all of a sudden, everybody forgot about it. She was in a relationship with Rios, and that was it. I was really happy that they addressed that, and yeah, so that's it. You can go, Braxton.
I scared Marcelo. He doesn't want to say anything else. Go
Well,
ahead.
not only did she murder somebody, it was
The
her
Borg-
freaking longtime coworker friend.
Boyfriend too.
The
and
Borg bitch queen is
No
here. Get
consequence.
ready.
She just gets absolved of the crime. We move on, because forget season one. Let's just go. Let's just move on.
Dude, indeed, forget season one of Picard because it wasn't very good. So I enjoyed this episode. I thought it was kick-ass, you know. I thought that it was like the best episode of Star Trek anything that I have ever watched. You know, I something that I didn't totally identify with was like I don't know. I feel like they were making like a Picard feel like he was a failure for not having a relationship. Like, you know, I mean, hey, you know, sometimes people just don't have a relationship. They live their whole life and they are married or have a partner that just like is what it is. Like you're not less of a person because of that. You know, I enjoyed Seven of Nine coming through and like kicking some ass, dude. Like when she like hit that dude's hand with that wrench, dude. I said, damn, I bet that hurt like a mother. And then she like hit him over the head, you know. So you know, I just enjoy seeing Seven of Nine kick ass, you know. And then like the Borg Queen, like beaming in, like with her like a veil helmet, dude. And I was like, wow, that was amazing. But you know, but like, what can it mean? Like when
Wait,
they were
did you
like,
call it a
ooh, like,
veil? Did you call it a veil helmet?
because like it looked like a veil
I
to me.
like that. I like that
Yeah, it
description
was
of
the
it. I hadn't heard
motorcycle
it.
helmet from the guys
Mm.
that tried to take Soji at the beginning
Oh
of
my
season
god.
one.
Oh my
It's
god.
this. I'm serious. It looks like the exact same helmet with some
No,
sort
it
of.
has
I'm not saying
like
it's a bad thing.
it has
I'm just
lace.
saying it has some sort of mesh that they
It
put
ha-
on it.
Yeah, it looked
no,
But
but
if you
like.
look
did you
at the
see
shape, it's the same helmet.
similar?
It's
But
the
whatever.
same
I'm not
Did
saying
you
it's a
see?
bad thing. I'm just saying it looks.
Did you
Mm.
see? Did you see the little the gears though moving inside her helmet thing? Anyway, sorry, Braxton. Keep going. Keep
Oh
going.
no, I have to look. I have to have another look at it.
You were gonna
Oh,
say something like you had a question or something?
Oh no, but I was just thinking, like, you know, like I don't remember if like the Borg are like deceptive, you know, but like, you know, when they were like, ooh, like help Picard, and then like she beams on, she's like, oh yeah, we want peace, but we need power,
Power.
and then like
Yeah.
the
First.
tentacles like launch, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. Like, how do the Borg need help? But yeah, dude, the Veil helmet, dude, like, you know, like
I like that it's a veil
she.
helmet. I like that. I was calling it the Queen in the Iron Mask because of the man in
Hmm.
the Iron Mask, but it
Hmm.
was like, yeah,
Dude,
interesting.
the Borg Queen came in and kicked in the fucking door, dude. I fucking loved it.
She did. She kicked in the door. It's true, literally. Okay, cool. So Braxton liked the episode. Marcelo liked the episode. Ruben hated the episode. I liked the episode. Uh, I okay. So I'm just gonna say some things about some of the stuff you guys were bringing up. And oh, interesting. So Blue says Marcelo, and I think this applies to all of us a little bit. Marcelo, do you realize you might be unconsciously misogynist? I think that misogyny is so ingrained
Well,
into our
hold up.
culture. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Hold up.
Let me just say
Hold
something
up.
like,
Whoa, whoa,
oh,
okay, okay, go ahead.
I think
Uh,
misogyny is kind of a thing that's ingrained. We
well,
kind of like have been living with it for a long time.
yeah.
So
Could you do me
what's
a favor? Could you define misogyny for me?
oh, misogyny is like just hatred towards women, like like basically like also kind of like putting women in a
Really?
like for example, not necessarily like hate, like you may not realize it, but like for example, this not necessarily applying to you, but like this is a common thing. Your reason might be unique on this, but like the whole argument about Picard being disrespected. A lot of people cite Admiral Clancy telling him, you know, that scene of the sheer fucking hubris scene, right?
Yeah.
But had it been like Admiral Ross, and if he had said that,
No.
like,
If it
no,
had
I'm not
been
saying
Admiral-
you. Hold
No,
on, I'm not saying you. Hold on, I'm not saying you. If it had been Admiral Ross, it's almost guaranteed that the reaction from the male population would not have been as strong as it was. And I'm not talking about you specifically, just in general, like a societal thing, a cultural thing. So that's why when you say those things, you might be unconsciously is what Blue is saying, and I
Okay.
do it all the time. I unconsciously say misogynistic things, like not meaning to or not intending to, but that's just all Blue's asking.
Right, but
I
what
think.
did Marcelo actually say?
I'm not. No, I'm not. First of all,
I think Blue brought that up
I-
when you were talking about Agnes,
Yeah.
Agnes going to prison. I think that's where Blue put that comment
but,
up,
You know,
or whatever, atoning
I've-
for her crimes.
I've never been accused of being a misogynist by anybody, so that was interesting. If you think that, I can't stop you from thinking that, but I can tell you I'm not. So,
Well,
you
well,
know,
again, like what he's saying is, I don't think he's accusing you. I'm reading it this way. Blue, clear.
right.
I hope we didn't scare Blue away.
No, that's all
Blue,
right.
I didn't mean to put you on blast
No,
or
it's
make
fine.
this uncomfortable or
No, it's
anything like
okay.
that. But I think what Blue is saying is unconsciously misogynistic. I don't think he's trying to accuse you of being a misogynist. Yeah,
All right.
unconscious means you're not doing like just like Girardi murdering. In
Maddox,
fact, Maddox. It's like an unconscious thing. She didn't do it intentionally. She didn't mean to be a murderer.
No.
You know, like that was not something that she wanted to do. So, you don't mean to be it. I don't mean to be it. None of us mean to it. But sometimes I think society's been so leaning
Right, but
towards
saying that
misogyny.
she needs to have consequences for that is a narrative comment,
That's a
a
narrative
narrative
point.
critique.
Okay, but
A
in Star
character,
Trek,
male, female, trans, black, white, green, purple, a
Doesn't
character that
mean-
does what she does should suffer some consequences for it, regardless, not just be absolved of it. And I say the same thing for Eleanor. Eleanor is again beheaded somebody in
Dude,
a
I
fight
feel
that
like they were
Picard
in
started.
battle against those Romulan secret forces.
yeah,
like,
and wait, let's
you know-
address Elnor separately. Can I just go back to Girardi for a second? So in Star Trek, it's like overwhelming. I will try to cite as many references as you need before you admit this, but in Star Trek, it's overwhelming that they choose to rehabilitate people who murder rather than imprison or execute or punish. There's no punitive in Star Trek.
except for Michael Burnham.
She
Michael
didn't.
Burns, the most murderous of them all.
Hang on.
Literally
Hang
started
on.
a war that's killed millions.
No, hang on. Stop it. Stop. Hold
But
on.
forget season 1.
Hang on.
'cause
Stop.
that's new
Just
Star Trek.
just
forget
stop for a
everything.
second. Like, because like if you want to say that, then like you know Kirk's murdered millions, Picard's murdered millions.
How?
Like it's
How?
like
Show me.
through
I mean, Picard has
because-
murdered millions, dude. When they assimilated him, dude, like the Battle of Wolf
Sure.
359, dude.
And we've gotten several episodes and a movie of him dealing with what he did.
And we have
Girardi
4
gets
seasons of
absolved
Burnham.
in one sentence and gets a boyfriend.
But no, there's
And I'm not saying this because
all-
she's a female. I'm saying
all
this because of the character.
all Girardi did, and I hate to say this, but all Girardi did is like through insanity murdered someone, and it wasn't like
Right.
That's all she did. She didn't murder millions of people. She is grappling with it. She in this episode she says like I'm really fucked up is what she says to the Delton guy hitting on her. She's like I'm like, and she describes why. She says I murdered one of my boyfriends. And I can't stay in a relationship. And she says, and I just got acquitted for a crime. But you could see the pain in her eyes. You guys may not like or enjoy Agnes Girardi as a character. That's fine. I get that, and no problem there.
And I'll
but there's no,
admit she's
but the
least-
writing
I said
is
she's the least murderous of them all.
right. You did say that, but then you were trying to say like there's no consequences or anything like that. I think she's suffering the consequences completely. I think she totally went to court. They acquitted her. They saw like the evidence proved that she was not murderous, but she's still dealing with it a year or 2 years later. She's still having like a huge like problem with it, and she's like getting drunk all the time on synthahale. Like she's, you know, like there's just like there's a lot of evidence there that she's dealing with it in a she's suffering from her actions, even though she was acquitted of it by the court, by the laws, you know, like by Starfleet protocol. There's plenty of written evidence on the page as well as on the screen through the performances. I'm not even in my opinion. I think everyone would agree with that.
Retroactively.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That's
they
what
didn't do
storytelling
anything.
is. You're always you're always filling in the previous story, the story that came better, making it better. In fact, Picard
No,
might
you're
make
not.
season.
What are you talking about? A story tells you a story. You don't have to fill in anything at all.
No, but if you're telling a
If you're
saga,
filling in things, it's because you forgot to say it before.
or yeah, but that's fine. I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you're telling the story in a saga like sense, like if you're telling the story like see when it works, we're all like, yay, clap, clap, clap. When it doesn't, you're like, oh, you know, you shouldn't do that. That's not the purpose of a story. And I don't think that's right. I think they're trying. They may or may not fail, but they're doing it. They're like enhancing season 1. They're fleshing it out even more. And I think that's what I was trying to say earlier is it's not season 1 is not being ignored, at least not in this first episode. I may have seen more than one episode of Star Trek Picard. And so I may,
Yes, you
I may-
did, you liar. Don't lie.
But yeah,
Liar.
yeah. So that's why, Ruben, I was just trying to say, like, you know, in my opinion, your statement about season 2 completely ignoring season 1 doesn't take those things into account.
No, I know,
What
but
future episodes you mean?
No, this episode, just like the coverage it had of of season 1 in this episode didn't seem like it was ignoring it.
Yeah, no, but I can tell you that's what's going to happen.
I mean, in
'Cause
Girardi's sense, sure, they give you a bunch of they tell you
a
what
bunch of
she
shit.
went through. They never show you,
They never show you, yeah.
and then they give you a little bit of her drunk, and she gets a job just like every other murderer in Star Trek.
Dude, you and Marcelo are negative Nancy's.
It's
man.
bizarre because it's bizarre.
Let's
It's
talk
bizarre
about
that
how
you-
beautiful
the thing is-
Michelle Hurd. How
No.
beautiful Michelle Hurd
you,
looked. Like when I saw when I saw Ralphie, I really like Ralphie. You know, I saw Ralphie. I was like, "Ooh, Michelle Hurd is so beautiful." You know, Starfleet boy, like you last season were talking about how hot Elnor was. You know, and then I saw like Elnor like all cleaned up and like in something that I'm used to like people in Star Trek being in, and I was like, dude, Starfleet boy was right. Dude, Elnor looks totally hot. You know,
He cleans up nicely, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
In that cadet uniform with the cargo pants.
Mm-hmm.
And while you
I
guys
love
are
the
doing
cargo
that,
pants.
I'm thinking, wow, another
No.
Star Trek story that gets kicked off by a light in space emitting a signal. Where have I heard this
Oh
before?
my god, you've heard that before, right?
Where have I heard this before?
Everywhere. Oh,
And dude, like,
Copy paste.
and
I
the
think
visuals,
that's the difference. Is to me the light in space thing is exciting. Like I want to know what happens this time. And a huge freaking vagina came out of it. A vagina
oh my
ship.
god.
Yeah.
And a mechanical
and it-
vagina ship came out
Right.
of it, and it
and
was
it
awesome.
worked
Which
a
is
Borg
in a
ship in
span
the
of
state
90
that I had
seconds.
never seen before.
I
was
have
like,
never
ooh,
seen. Yeah, it was
wow.
an awesome shape, and then
And it
the
just,
thing
like, opened
it
up.
opens up, and it opens up like, and you see the ship. It was awesome. And
Yeah.
then it freaking shoots out of the vagina. The Borg Queen comes out of the vagina and that was the most epic thing I've ever seen in Star Trek. No lie. And I don't even mean this as a joke. I'm not even saying it as a joke. To me, those thoughts are reverential. Like I thought, like, wow, Star Trek is doing something insanely great right now with just
Dude, and for
this
real-
imagery. Yeah, see, Braxton's with me on this.
And like
one.
the Borg, and then, dude, and when she showed up, I feel like it would have been. She showed up in something that like
Oh my god.
people would like die for at like New York Fashion Week.
Oh,
Like-
this was Met Gala for sure. Like that was her. That was the Met Gala. That was Kim Kardashian's Met Gala outfit
Dude,
this year.
Dude,
She was the Borg Queen.
Could walk a red carpet wearing that, dude.
Oh,
That's
Like,
true. She could. Oh my God.
Beautiful cape, dude.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was
That
beautiful. Yeah,
avant-garde
it's true.
fashion, dude.
The Borg, who in the span of 90 seconds, they say
I'm gonna
the Borg
cosplay
are
as.
decimated. They might make good allies. Why would they make good allies if they're decimated? And then right
Starfleet
after
boy,
that,
can
they
you
say
make that
we
for us
can't
to go
trust them. They're dangerous.
I think I can.
If they're
Sorry.
decimated, how are they dangerous? And we've beaten the Borg at this point like 12 different times. Like, how are the Borg such a threat? Why are they using the Borg again? Because they're so scared of just making something new. They're so scared.
All right. Well, 1 second before we keep going, and I know Marcelo, you want to say something. Let's go to the chats for a second because people have a lot of stuff to say to you, Ruben.
Hey,
So-
bring it.
Here we
Bring
go. All right. So okay, here we go. Ruben. Oh, we got Ruben is right about season 1, but not about season 2. Ignoring it. I think I already read that one. Oh, am I?
I mean, one example with Agnes doesn't prove that season 1's not being ignored.
That's right.
Wait, what? I'm gonna give you
One
more
example with Agnes.
Oh no, honey,
Right.
honey, sit down because I have a lot of examples. But let's read the comments before we go to that. I don't have just one example. I'm gonna give you.
Okay, bring it.
I'm gonna give you a lot of examples. All right, cool. honey, sit down.
Good God.
Sweetie, sit down right there. Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
Sit
Okay.
down and shut up.
Riker, bite. Can they hear in supersonic? Can the dogs hear? Can Riker hear me? Riker, bite, master. No, I'm just kidding. So Josh says, but our
Yeah, we
Martian,
talked
you are
about that
looking at it from a perspective of our culture, from Elnor's culture context as a Quat Milat. He was doing the right thing. It's true, and Braxton brought up that it was like a battle. He was in the heat of battle. Again, I think he would also be.
That doesn't matter. Jeffrey Dahmer thought he was doing the right thing.
And
Oh,
also,
Ruben.
Bundy thought he
Ruben,
was doing
stop.
the right thing.
okay,
Oh,
so
Ruben,
you
were
want
breaking the
so you
law.
want every
Don't
episode of Star
equivocate
Trek.
that.
Wait, let me get this right. You want every episode episode of
I
Star
want there
Trek
to
that
be
has a
narrative
murder?
cohesion.
You want there to be a trial right after,
No, I
and you
want
want to
them
see
to
the
logically
trial.
think of better ways than just doing the obvious dumb thing, which is, oh, let's just have Elnor behead and then beam away and then never talk about it again.
That's the
That's
thing. Like,
poor storytelling.
I think that the thing about Elnor kill. First of all, I think on paper and in story wise, Elnor killing in that moment
Unjustified.
is unjustified. But Picard calls him out on it afterwards.
And Picard's the one who picked the fight that caused the murder.
Okay, but he had no way of knowing.
So,
Okay, but he had.
telling you the illogical
Jean-Luc had no way.
narrative.
That could happen to anyone. Jean-Luc had no way of knowing that Elnor was going to murder that guy. Like, maybe he had an idea about it, but he was like not sure.
And
He was
who
handling.
scolded
Jean-Luc thought.
about not picking fights to get people murdered.
I don't even remember the death.
Yeah, I
Who
don't.
died, dude?
It was the general senator, ex-senator guy. But anyways, carrying on to that, like Jean-Luc chides him and says, "No, don't you dare do that ever again." And you know, of course, Elnor is a warrior also. And so, are you going to tell me that like Elnor is why is Elnor any different from a Klingon? Why is it unacceptable for him to murder because it's part of his culture, but it's totally okay for Klingons to go around murdering because it's part of their culture?
Who said it was okay? For
Then
Klingons
so
to
you
murder?
mean to
Murder
tell
is
me?
murder.
Wait, you mean to tell? Okay, but you mean to tell
Killing
me that?
somebody in self-defense is a different thing than murder.
I think there's killing and then there's murder. I think murder is something you do with the intention to end a person's life for whatever reason.
so
For
it'd be
any
like a second-degree murder for Elnor.
okay, maybe not even. Like it's a
But
heat of the war. It's war
What
battle.
war?
It's battle.
Picard starts a fight.
It's a-
Elnor kills the guy
Okay.
defending Picard.
So
Picard's the one who actually should be.
so what do you think should
above
happen?
all.
Okay, so okay, let's take
I
your
think
scenario a
we should
little
retroactively
further.
Go back and rewrite season 1, and actually take the time to
That's
think through.
that's not what I'm asking you. I'm saying what was the consequence you would have liked to have seen for Elnor to face?
I don't know, because the story is so.
Then why do
disjointed.
you haven't? No, you. What would you want Elnor to do? Like, what do you think would be appropriate for Elnor to? How would you have written a consequence for his murder, quote unquote?
I
Like,
would have not written him beheading him and just.
No, but
had
if
him,
you
he
had
could have
to,
nerve pinched the
if
guy like.
if
or
you're
doing some
if
weird
let's say
karate
I'm
move.
the money guy, right? Like, and I'm
You know,
paying
there's
you.
different ways to disable people than just beheading them. There's a bunch of takedown moves, thousands of them in all forms of martial arts.
But he says
Elnor could have. Remember,
You have to
just
kill
let me
him.
put it to you this way: when Spock was supposed to punch somebody on TOS, he said, "No, Spock's a pacifist. Let's do this, the nerve pinch." In modern Star Trek, where they could say, "Hey, maybe Elnor knows some cool karate," takes down the guy, they beam away. No, they just say, fuck it, it'll be cooler to have him behead him.
Chop his
It
head.
is
then
cooler
they
to
don't
have him
think, wait,
behead
if
him.
we have him behead him, that's pretty serious. But it's never addressed again, ever, 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 ever. It's a throwaway line to clean it up. And
But that's what I'm trying to tell you is you're not, and this is what I think Josh is saying is you're not taking into account that. Okay, let's talk about a real life Earth thing. Ready? Okay, so there are cultures on Earth where corporal punishment or like just even like brutality is commonplace and considered, in fact, a part of the right of that culture, like just a brutal kind of culture, right? And yet there are no consequences for those cultures at this time. No,
That's
it's
not true.
It's a
If
lot of
those
truth.
cultures existed within the United States, those people would be arrested.
I'm not talking about they're not on the United States. They were on Vashti.
doesn't
They're
matter.
not in
They're
the Federation.
It
They're not
doesn't
in the
matter.
Federation. Vashti.
Picard is. Picard's
Yeah,
a
but
Federation
Elnor
citizen.
didn't grow up in that environment.
It
Picard.
doesn't
What's sad
matter.
what's sad is Picard had the chance to save Elnor and forgot him for 14 years. Why do you not think about that? He fucking forgot Elnor for 14 years.
So
Elnor grew
Picard's
up in a culture,
twice
in a
a
brutal.
douchebag now.
Elnor, yeah, I know Picard's a douchebag in season 1.
You're not making the case
I'm not
better here.
No, I'm not afraid of my hero falling from grace. Like, I like that story because it's relatable. To me, it's super relatable. I
And
used to
saved him
have
from what?
I
He
personally
seemed
used
to
to
be
be a
fine. He grew up,
Picard
he was
in my
healthy.
youth. I used to be very like, oh yeah, and I'm going to be always the most excellent person. I'm never going to do drugs. I'm never going to drink alcohol. You know? Like, this is who I was. I was like so like upstanding, and I judged people so hard. Like you grew up with me. I was like a super
I have
judgmental.
no
Like
idea where your argument's going, but yeah.
I'm just trying to say that Picard's fall is super relatable. This is
We're
a
not
man
talking
who
about
was.
Picard's fault. We're
This is
talking
a
about
man
murderers
who.
getting rewarded on Star Trek over and over and over.
But that's not
again.
happening. No one's
Yes,
getting
it
rewarded.
is. Again, now we go to 7. Then we go to
Yes, it
Michael.
is.
We go to Ash Tyler.
No one's getting
We go-
reward.
like,
Murderers are not getting rewarded.
Giorgio.
I can
But- no,
tell
but
you
we're
they're
talk-
not
we're
getting
talking about-
rewarded.
But all
I'm
we
watching
want-
the show.
listen,
I'm telling
all
you,
we
you
get-
guys aren't watching.
listen,
Well,
all we-
Marcelo is,
listen,
but you're not watching the shows.
All
All
we
of them.
want is this. Okay, if somebody murders somebody in current Star Trek, what we would like is this for that individual to be called to task for what he has done in a court of law.
You
That's
want to
what we
see
want.
that on screen? That's so boring.
Yes.
Someone else pointed
Why?
it out earlier. Who
So wait a
cares?
minute.
That's something you
Wait,
can
who
assume what
cares?
happens. Yeah, I'm done with. I don't want my Star Trek to be a law
you're gonna
show.
have
It's
moments
not
like that,
Law and
you
Order
should
Star
have
Trek. Yeah, enough with that bullshit.
Logical consequences for that.
No, you can
You're gonna
assume
have-
those
if
things.
you're
That's
gonna
the thing
have
that's so
7 of
weird
9
about this
I'm not saying
conversation.
you have to have courtroom scenes, but
No,
you
you
have
don't do
to.
that.
You have.
I don't need a courtroom scene ever
I'm not
again
saying
unless
you
it's
have to
the
have a
drumhead.
courtroom.
I need a drumhead again, maybe, but that's
if
it.
The story if the story is being told in a way where any character can kill anybody and do anything at any time, and nothing's really gonna matter.
We're living in an
and there's no
extremely
real
murderous
consequence.
world right now, where lots of murder. No, I'm not even joking. We're living in a
Murder's okay? Is that what you're saying?
No, murder's not okay. But like Star Trek Picard, there's consequences for murder. Like they're showing the consequences in
Where?
all of Star
Where?
Trek.
7 of
All
9
of-
got her own ship,
No, but listen, she
which
okay.
is an illegal ship.
Her situation is open, and I think I think that's gonna come to haunt her. I'm not willing to have this conversation about 7 yet because I think her character's got a bigger arc going on. So I'm like I want to put 7 on hold if you're okay with that. If you're okay with putting the 7 argument on
That's all I
hold.
really gotta say about her. Her character's.
All I can say is she is
her
a
story
murderer,
is
and I
aimless.
think she hasn't faced justice, and I think she will. But I don't know how that's going to be. But you're not wrong about it. I'm not arguing with her. I just don't have enough information about 7. I want to wait till the whole show's over to talk about 7. She's a big character. They're putting a lot of investment in her. They're writing in her a lot into her. So I don't think we can. I can't talk about it. You can say whatever you want about 7, but I can't have a counterpoint.
No, I don't have
yet.
much else to say because her story, there's really no story other with 7. Her story kind of got completed in that episode, and then they just have her on the show because.
That's not my opinion, but
That's
I
not my opinion either.
yeah,
Seven,
yeah.
Seven is so good, dude. I love seeing Jerry Ryan back in action, dude, and I love seeing 7 of 9 kick
Loving
ass,
seeing
dude. She
someone
is.
isn't good narrative.
I
Like, you
love
know
that
what I'm
she
saying?
is,
Like,
like-
we're arguing on 2 different planes.
Well, we're not
We're
arguing.
arguing
Hopefully,
more-
hold on. Let's try not to argue. We're not
I can
arguing.
appreciate-
I can appreciate something for what it is instead of what I think it should have been. Like. No matter if I have any issues with season 1 of Picard, I can accept the story that they told me, and I
Accept
don't think about how it could be different. I just accept what they told me. It's okay. But yeah, I really enjoy seeing 7 of 9. 7 of 9 is actually my favorite Star Trek character. I liked Voyager, but then I started to love Voyager when 7 of 9 came aboard. So yeah, dude, I really enjoy seeing 7 of 9. I loved her return in season 1, and like I said, I loved seeing her kick some ass on the first episode of Picard.
Braxton, what did you think of 7? 7's killing, they're talking about 7 being a murderer. So
She was fighting against Romulan.
No, not the attack people, but I'm imagining that Ruben and Marcel, are you on the 7 as a murderer camp too?
No, well, I don't hold 7 to the same thing as I hold Gerard. So 7 can kill whoever she wants. Don't care.
Oh, okay, wow.
But
So
you're
it's
right.
different for 7. Okay, all right. So okay, that's okay. Okay, so that's interesting. So Girardi, it's okay. So Ruben is arguing. What makes 7 of 9 a murderer? Is it the scene where she kills Bajazil?
And all the other people in the room.
Who?
She doesn't just kill one person.
But they're all
Then
coming
you
to.
hear screams and more shooting after she kills.
Okay.
Bajazil.
I mean,
So you
I get what
are
you're
in
saying.
the
I get
bird.
what you're saying in Star Trek of. I get what you're saying in Star Trek of old. They would stun people. Can we assume that we don't see you do hear the screams, but can we assume she vaporizes Bjayzl, but everyone else she's stunning? Is that it? Is that something you could no, but she might be. You could just switch stun real quick. You kill one person,
I mean, sure.
but then you can stun everyone else,
Sure.
and you'll
No,
still
Sure.
scream.
No, she killed them. But here's the thing, dude.
Who
She had a
wait, who
reason.
did she kill?
They killed her son.
No, but
killed
who did she kill? She only killed one person on screen that I saw.
On
she
screen
probably
showing
killed a bunch
was
of.
the one.
But then we just see her shooting at people. What I'm saying, Braxton, is it plausible that she just switched to stun and stunned everyone else?
It is plausible, but I also
Okay.
feel like she should have killed like everybody who was
Everyone.
everybody
Possible that she
who was
murdered every
involved
single
with
person in
that
that
shit. Everybody who was serving Bjayzl, like
them all.
they killed her son.
Dang.
Like
That- it's
she
true, she
was
did.
gonna have.
Probably
Did you
killed
love
the
Icheb?
janitor
Did you
who was
love
just
Icheb?
clean mopping the
Wait,
floor.
wait, I
You
haven't-
know what, dude? Icheb was such a good character on Voyager. I
I
that
can feel it.
scene-
You're like murder everyone because they
Dude,
killed
like,
each other.
that
Like, I feel
scene
it.
where they like mutilated him, dude. I couldn't watch that because I cared for the character. I
Aw.
fast forwarded through it. So you know what? So I felt Seven. She was like, "Oh, they killed my son.
You
Like these
fast-forwarded
bitches are
through the
gonna
Icheb part,
pay."
you mean?
You know, like yeah, dude.
Wait,
Yeah.
Ruben, did you like Icheb in Voyager?
Mhm.
You did? So you didn't feel the... I guess you did because you hate all of Star Trek Picard. Did that make you hate Star Trek Picard that they killed Icheb or no?
No. I mean, that's just, again, it's from a narrative point of view, it's done so sloppy. That's what annoys me.
But within
Not
the
the
context
idea
of
of
the
doing it,
story,
it's
within the
execution.
context of the story, did it affect you at all that Icheb was being murdered like that? Like that his eye was being pulled out and
Not
all that
really.
stuff? No? And what about you, Marcelo? Did you like Icheb?
Icheb was.
I haven't met Icheb yet, guys. I don't know Icheb.
Oh,
See,
Icheb
see,
is
Right,
so
and they
why-
should have,
sweet,
that's-
dude.
if they were
that's
going to
He's
do
why-
what
such a
they
nice
did,
boy.
Yeah,
because
You'll
that's the
care
other
for him.
problem, is
yeah,
that
no.
if they're
That's
going
what-
to do what they did, it would have been better off if they had actually established like Icheb in the episode a little bit,
Yep.
so that people who don't know Star Trek actually know who the hell's being
Care.
killed, and then you feel it, and then you connect more with Seven.
Yeah, with Seven.
But you know what? What they did actually worked on. I never watched Voyager and I didn't really care about it. I knew I eventually would have to watch Voyager to do these discussions. I'm doing like every Star Trek. That's my goal, is to do a casual, informal conversation about every Star Trek.
yeah,
on
but you actually
the,
have to
on
finish
this-
Voyager.
Yeah,
So-
so I
Instead,
gotta-
they do it again with
but-
a throwaway line to let you know, oh,
but
yeah,
hang
he's like a
on.
son to me. That's
Hang
it.
on, seeing Icheb and not knowing anything about him in Picard made me go watch Voyager. I'm like trying to catch up so I can meet Icheb because all these people are talking about how cool Icheb is and
think,
like what a great character he is. So in a way, it worked because it got me to like fast track on Voyager. Like maybe
Icheb,
that was the
How would
intention of that.
How does that work?
I want to cry. I want to feel what Braxton. I want to feel what Braxton feels.
Or is
No,
the idea
yeah.
of Picard to tell you a story?
Mhm.
I think it's both. I think Star Trek has to evangelize a little bit of Star Trek. It has to sell you on Star Trek. I mean,
I think-
it's got to like sell this to new audiences. It's got to say like, hey, here's a little tease
Right.
of,
So you
Star
do
Trek
that
of
by
the old.
telling a good story, and then you can let people. You don't have to give me the whole backstory of Icheb.
Let's
You
just
gotta let me
assume-
know as an audience member
I felt the
how
pain.
Icheb and Seven's relationship actually is, because I
I
don't know.
felt the
She just
pain
tells
and
me at one
loss
point.
and subsequent bloodthirst. I understood it.
All right, hold on one sec. Hold that thought real quick. So there's a lot of chats on this. We're getting a lot of response. So I just want to get some
Oh,
of
yeah, I
these
think someone
comments.
said that we should stop talking about this.
No, I didn't. I
Wait,
no,
what
but
that?
I didn't
What's
talk-
that?
I-
Somebody
I
said
talk-
that we should stop talking about it altogether.
Oh wow. Let's see here.
I have
Let's see here.
3 pages of notes on Picard episode 1.
We already read the comment of Daft Punk has been assimilated. Joel says Girardi was so upset she couldn't score with a Delton. Oh yeah, that was true. Like she was resistant to the Delton actually. I didn't know that those were Deltons. I thought they were different, but like someone pointed out that I think it was Dave on Text Trek pointed out that it could be a Delton colony because the Delton homeworld isn't in the Alpha Quadrant, but I wasn't thinking in 3 dimensions and that Deltons would establish colonies everywhere, or they could just be on a retreat or something like that with Soji. So there's a lot of different things. Like it was a failure of my imagination, but that's cool that we saw Deltons again because we haven't seen Deltons I think since TOS season. I mean,
No, the
sorry,
motion
not season
picture?
1. The Star Trek the Motion Picture. I was gonna say season 1, but no, there were no
Season 1, what the
Deltons
hell?
in season 1
No.
of TOS. But yeah, Star Trek the Motion Picture. Ilea was a Delton, and we may have seen a Delton later. I don't know. Do you all know? No one.
No, I don't
Ruben,
think so.
you don't recall a Delton after?
I don't remember.
Anyways, yeah, the Deltons were sexy, and now that I know that they're Deltons, it's pretty cool. Daft Punk. I already read that. Not only did they ask for help, but they wanted to join Starfleet. Right? This was hinted to early on in Lower Decks, right in the episode with the Miles O'Brien statue. Wait a second, Josh, can you elaborate? Are you talking about the Borg wanting to join Starfleet? Remind me. What were we talking about at that time? I can't remember. Oof.
Dude, the Borg can't join Starfleet.
No,
dude.
no.
They're just
I mean,
gonna
not Starfleet,
no.
the Federation. The Borg want to
No.
join the Federation.
No,
Dude, they're
that's
gonna
a
like
Borg
take and
decimated.
destroy
Oh, wait,
everything.
they're
You can't,
fat.
you
No,
can't trust them, dude.
no, that's a bunch of crap. The Borg are not going to join the Federation.
They're gonna like
or Starfleet.
get all the
They're gonna-
technology
they're
and
gonna-
like and people in one place, and then they're just gonna like assimilate them all.
No.
We,
They're gonna,
we have to have a lengthy discussion about that. But Jude says, can we all just agree that Girardi is fantastically vampy this season? Drunk sassing on the bridge in that party dress. Yeah, I loved all that stuff. I thought she was great. Yeah, she was cool.
her little pose was cute. She was like, yeah.
What's the other show that Agnes Pill? I mean, not Agnes Pill. Sorry. Wait, what's
Allison
her?
Pill.
Allison Pill. Thank you, Agnes Girardi.
Mr. Robot, wasn't she? Or something?
Yeah, no, and then
No,
she's in this
no.
Silicon Valley
Something
type of
like
show.
that.
What was
And-
that show?
and,
Was it Debs?
Deb. She was great in that. I liked her in that.
and-
She was really good.
And she was also in the newsroom
Oh,
where she did.
Dude,
the
I
job.
loved her scene on the bridge when she was like, "Oh, like let me take over right quick," and then she like pulled up the stuff like before like the other young lady had the opportunity to, it's like, ooh, like look at Gerardi, like she's so like sinister and bad for killing that man, but like she's very smart and very skilled and an asset to have on the show.
I think Girardi's punishment for doing what she did is going to be her turning into a blubbering drunk half the time. I think she's gonna punish herself for what she did to Maddox.
and that sounds like what's happening.
Good for her.
So I also think that like Girardi is very vulnerable still, and she's not like she's coping badly and stuff like that. So I think she's going to be a loose cannon this season, and the trailer suggests that a little bit. It looks like what did it? Oh, I don't know if I can. Okay, I don't know if I can. Never mind.
Good. That would be an interesting arc for her if she dealt with that the whole season and defeated it by the end.
Yeah,
that would
that'd
be really
cool.
interesting. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Nice. Wow, Ruben.
The chance of that happening, negative
Stop. Just get
7,000.
I think look. Just to back up Ruben here a little bit, because I feel that's what I feel I've been doing. I think that what Ruben wanted out of Star Trek Picard season 1 is for it to be written a whole lot better. Like Picard season 1 for me is okay, but it is badly written. It's just a disaster. And I think season 2 is going to be so much better in the writing quality because we have a new showrunner. I think that he's going to take the show in a different direction, in a more fun, adventurous direction than the one that we got in season 1. Personally.
Dude, Marco, don't be the book to Ruben's Tarka, dude. Don't follow him down that dark path.
I'll just say I completely disagree about the writing. I think Michael Chabon, Akiva Goldsman, and crew.
No, I don't have a problem with.
You just said
Akiva
the writing
Goldsman.
was. You just said the writing was bad, and
I
didn't
know,
they
but
write
hold
it?
on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Look, Akiva Goldsman is very hit and miss with me, but the main problem I have with season 1 is Michael Chabon, because Michael Chabon was the showrunner for season 1, so Michael Chabon set the tone for the whole goddamn thing. He even did the original treatment that sold Patrick Stewart on the show. So
you're saying everyone who saw this stuff has like really bad taste because he's a terrible writer?
No.
Yeah, that's what you're kind of saying, right? You're saying Patrick Stewart was wooed. You're saying Patrick Stewart was wooed by a treatment that was written by a terrible writer. So
the treatment could have been fantastic.
Which, by the way, the original treatment didn't make it onto screen. Whatever it was. We don't know what it was.
Shows evolve, and Patrick Stewart became involved and wanted creative control.
Let me finish.
Sorry, carry on.
Let me finish. I think Michael Chabon is a good writer, but I think that whatever he wanted to do, whatever that original treatment was that he wrote to get Patrick Stewart in the door, I think that once they decided that to give Patrick Stewart more power, I think that they let Patrick Stewart run a little bit farther than they should have. Um, and he sort of influenced the story in a way that I didn't necessarily agree with. But yeah, but with that being said, Michael Chabon treated Picard's character like crap, in my opinion. I did not like the way he wrote Picard personally. That's my feeling, and it's okay if you don't agree with that. But I don't like the way that he wrote season 1. Sorry.
Josh Smith says, "Come on! Last season, everything was so drug out. Half a season before anything even happened. Now in season 2, they skip all slow stuff and skip right to the story. And you guys are complaining.
No,
LOL."
I
I'm not
disagree
complaining.
completely.
Am I complaining?
I think this episode has the same problems as the first episode of last season.
Okay.
They're not skipping to the story right ahead. They're just skipping to stuff happening.
Stuff
There's
happens.
no real thematic narrative. It's just stuff happening. And right 5 minutes into the first episode last time, they blow up the thing on the roof. 5 minutes into this one, Picard gets his acid trip vision in space of that green signal light thing opening.
That wasn't a vision. That happened.
I know. It's just the way they
Okay.
shot it. I was like, is he tripping? Like, what's going
That
on
wasn't
here?
a vision.
We were all tripping when the vagina came out of the anomaly. It was everyone was tripping about
You know what I
that.
mean? It's the same-
Like that was
same
something.
pattern.
That was the
No, I
trippiest
mean,
thing I've ever
no,
seen
I
in my
mean,
life.
You know, I mean, on that point, I have to disagree with Ruben. I think that this first episode really set up the main pillars of what we're gonna deal with this season. And I look, my main issue with Picard season 1 has to do with Michael Chabon. I don't particularly think that he did an awful job writing season 1. I did not like what he did. So if you want to say that I think that Michael Chabon is a horrible writer, you can go ahead and say that.
I'm gonna edit that clip out into a loop. Michael Chabon's a horrible writer. Michael Chabon's a horrible writer.
It's okay. I mean, you could say whatever you want. I completely
Yeah,
disagree. I think
yeah,
he's I think he's even a
yeah.
Pulitzer Prize winning author. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
yeah, no,
He might
no,
be,
he is.
but I mean, objectively, or at least like universally, he's beloved as a
Yeah.
writer. So you're
Yeah.
outside. You're definitely an outlier when it comes to
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I would say.
No,
But yeah.
but with that being said, I love this first episode. I love this first episode. Even look, it may not come off like right
Well-
now as I love the episode, but I did.
Like you don't. I'm sorry if I'm making you feel like you have to defend your opinion. I'm not. Like you
No,
can
it's fine.
still think Michael Chabon's a bad
it's
writer. I admit I was trying to convince you, so I apologize. But
That's
anyways, going back to here. So some folks agreed, or we were on the same tip, which is yes, enough Law and Order Star Trek. And then I must have seen that on the side subconsciously. And I would also prefer watching what we saw rather than 3 episodes on a trial of Jari. Hey, agreed. I don't need to see that trial. I know how that trial fucking ends. I also know how the trial ends for Elnor. 7, I'm not sure yet. We'll wait and see. But I don't think she's a murderer personally. I think she committed an act of passion. A crime of passion is how I would defend her if I were her lawyer.
Mhm.
Samuel T. Cogley would come in there with his books and he
So
would
you
be
get
like,
murder 2 instead of murder 1.
Murder 1.
whatever. She's not
And
gonna.
I have not
they don't have the
advocated
same-
for trial episodes.
What's that?
I did not advocate.
I know you
for
did.
trial.
Okay,
I
yeah.
did.
I like that this turned into a
Advocated
trial.
for writing.
This is,
I-
by the way,
I
this is a trial episode. The trial doesn't ever end, and you're the fucking Q of this freaking show. So whatever, you're
Yeah,
probably
I'm
putting
doing my
us all in
job.
trial.
I did. I was the one that said. I wanted trials.
Jude said, "Great point, Starfleet boy. Haha. Worf and Dax both murdered Klingons and then went back to work the next day on TNG and DS9. Yes, thank you, Jude. Brilliant point. Yes. What about them? Where was their trial, Ruben and
Well,
Marcella?
Okay. But here's
You're
a
talking
here's a
about
difference. Here's a
when
difference.
Worf kills baby. When Worf kills the guy who kills his baby mama. That's what they're talking about.
Mm-mm. On DS9, they go out murdering people, Klingons, in fact.
Oh.
With
No, but what's the context of them murdering?
The
Can't
same as
use murder
Elnor.
like that and not give context.
The
for
same as
victim.
Elnor. It's a cultural thing. Klingons are
No,
a
but what
revenge
was- I don't
culture.
remember the episode. The episode you're talking about. What happens in the episode that they're murdering?
He kills what's his name?
Are they just like, hey, Dax, let's
Duras.
go beam to a Klingon planet?
Everyone he
Start
kills is
murdering people just for fun.
Everyone he kills is an honor killing. It's like he kills Duras or whatever, the son of he kills Duras, right? Doesn't he kill Duras? Like or some like he kills like so many people. I don't know.
Okay,
like there's like
okay,
so
okay,
many.
okay.
I've lost track of how many
Okay.
people Worf has killed.
Okay, hold up. Okay. So the only thing I will say about Worf and
Doesn't he kill
Dax-
Martok too? No, I don't know if he kills Martok, but
The only
whatever, he
thing-
kills
yeah,
like a lot
yeah.
of people.
The only thing, the only thing that I will say about Worf and Dax, and you're gonna
The
you're gonna laugh.
albino.
you're
Sorry,
gonna-
go on. Sorry.
you're gonna laugh about this, Starfleet boy, and it's fine. You can drag me under the coals because I know what this is gonna get me. The only thing I can say about Worf and Dax is that if they killed individuals on D Space Nine and went back to work the next day, I don't care. And you know why I don't care? You want to know why? You want to know why? Here's the point where you're gonna get angry, because I actually like them as characters.
Oh, that's
And here's
that's
the,
not-
I don't remember the Dax one, but the Worf one is very easily explainable. So I'm from country A where murder like that is illegal. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm from country B where murder is like that. It's illegal, but I live in country A. I go back to country B, murder, and come back to country A. I didn't break a law in country A.
you just proved my point for Elnor then.
Perhaps, but
Yeah.
I didn't. Right, but I didn't kill. I didn't break a law in country A. I broke a law. I didn't
Thank
break
you.
any law in country B.
I couldn't have argued that better. Thank you, Elnor. Win. Ding. All right, let's go.
One murder. Now there's only 5 murderers.
I know
on
we're
the-
gonna go through all of them. Not tonight. Not tonight, but over the seasons of Picard. Because I hope you'll come back for more discussion. I'm not gonna ever boot you again, Ruben. But I might be like, let's
don't
not
believe
talk
that.
about this right now, like the audience member did. Comparing to Jeffrey Dahmer, but looking at the cultural context of Dahmer, he is still wrong and sick crimes. True, very good. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Ruben gets hyperbolic sometimes, though.
So again, why couldn't Elnor just have done a takedown move? Why a beheading?
Yeah, why? How did you do that?
And Joel
Why a
brings up the
beheading?
same
It would've
point
been
as
so
you
much more
did.
clever and creative to have him do, and cooler to actually have the actor do
That-
some cool martial art.
I don't know
rather
if
than
anyone
just-
else.
He did
I
I don't know if
Highlander,
anyone
yeah.
else agrees, but he did that flip in the air and sliced him so like precise that like it took us all a second to notice that the head was slipping off slowly. I thought that was incredible. I thought that was artistically
Yeah.
like I thought that was like how a samurai fights. You know what I mean? Like
That's-
you're not just gonna
that-
kill
That is
someone
not how
like
it's hammered.
you're not
No.
gonna kill someone just dirty style like right through the heart or whatever. You're gonna
That was
like do it with this
unnecessary.
like beautiful
No, you're
grace.
gonna do the most efficient swipe
That was the-
possible. That's how
yeah,
samurai
he
fight.
did it once.
Flipping
Yeah.
in the air and spinning and slicing.
The
It's not the
flip-
most efficient.
The flip was no, it had a purpose. It was to distract everyone because who's not going to be like, holy shit, this guy's flipping in the air? Like everyone's going to be distracted. They're like, what is he going to do? And then, and that's it. You know, like
Right,
done.
and in
then
that
it's
time,
like-
the guy's
it's
gonna
shock
be like,
and
"What is
awe.
he looking at?" and have a
use
chance to defend himself.
Okay, guys. So you know what? Just so you guys can catch up. So what we're talking about tonight is welcome to Starfleet After Talk, where we talk about the merits of murder.
Well,
That's
you
what we're
guys
doing right now.
are
Or
you guys
made
are
the
so
mistake
convinced
of-
that murder is unpunished. You guys are so convinced that murder is unpunished in Star Trek. So I don't know why you want to
is.
spend time on this because you're going to lose. There's an abundance
It
of
is.
evidence that
You can't.
it's not.
Michael Burnham started a war in the first episode of Discovery season 1 and murdered millions of people.
Okay,
And got-
she did
got
not
millions of
murder.
people killed.
She did not
And
murder
suffered
millions of
basically
people.
No consequences for it.
She
She went
didn't
to
murder.
prison for 6 months, and we didn't see it. It's just a one.
I don't want to see it. I don't
It's
want to
just a
see the
2-second
prison, and I don't want to see the prison for 6 months. I'm glad they didn't show it to us. Like I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in Star fucking Trek. Like I'm interested in space,
So
the
am I.
final
So
frontier.
why is
hold
my
up.
main character
Let me
What?
let me
starting
ask you
wars?
this.
I don't.
Let me
I don't
ask
need
you
to know. I can
But-
imagine.
but-
I can
but-
imagine a lot. Like I don't need
but-
to see the trial. I don't need
but
to
let me
see
ask
the
you this.
imprisonment. I can imagine her suffering.
Let
I
me
can
ask you
imagine
this.
her punishment. I don't need to
Okay.
see it on screen. But go
Okay,
on.
okay,
That's me
let me-
personally. I'm not saying
okay,
you guys are wrong, but yeah,
let
I'm
me-
just saying.
Okay, let me ask you this. So it doesn't bother you at all that new Star Trek is unnecessarily violent in some.
It's made for
places.
adults. They said it from the start. I knew this was
So
coming.
was
Like
the
I
original
wasn't
Star Trek,
surprised.
So was TNG. So was Deep Space Nine.
No, they
They were
weren't.
all made for adults. None
They
of them
were
kids
pitched
shows.
to.
Only
They were
the
always pitched
animated-
as a family friendly. It's a different type of. It was a different pitch. None of these shows are being pitched as family friendly except for Star Trek Prodigy, and that's the only one that's being pitched as a family friendly show. That's the thing, is like they've never lied about that from the start. In fact, Discovery has changed its tune. I would say that Discovery has become family friendly in season 3 and season 4. I think right, Braxton, you agree with me, right? But other than that,
I haven't watched season 3. Okay.
other than that, all the other Star Treks, other than Prodigy, are not designed to be family friendly. Whatever you want to call them, adult shows, sophisticated, whatever. It's designed to have murder. Like there's gonna be murder. There's gonna be
But it's
blood.
not about having murder. Your protagonists are murderers.
Sometimes they're killers. I will agree with you on that, but I don't think they're murder. To me, like a murderer is like someone who's like, intentionally trying to kill people for no reason whatsoever. A killer kills because they have to. We all could be killers at any time. Like if it's between me, my family, and someone else, an Eleanor might come out. An Eleanor might flip in the air.
You're talking about self-defense.
Dude, the 7
Yeah.
of 9 might come out, dude.
Yeah, 7 of 9 might come out too. I don't know if they murdered all of you guys. I might have to go and murder them.
Premeditated murder. She walked into your house to murder you.
She's been in a
It wasn't
rage.
self-defense.
She's been in
Yes,
a
it
rage.
was rage, and that's a crime.
She's been in
And
a
she
rage.
suffers no consequences for
Hey,
it.
you know what, dude? Hey, Vajayza.
I still don't want to talk about her. She's not
Vajayza
done
owed
yet.
7
Yeah.
of 9 blood, dude.
Yeah.
She did.
She what?
She owed her blood, dude. She did. Vajayza had to pay with her life. And whoever enabled Vajayza had to pay with their life as well. I was on 7 of 9 side, dude. I love Ichab. The fact that they could do that to him, they had to pay.
Anyways, can we not talk about 7? Because I think her story's not done. I don't want to talk about her yet.
Her story's not done, dude.
Yeah.
No,
Alright,
no.
How about
In this
this?
context.
How about this? Let's not talk about murder in Star Trek anymore. How about this?
I'm glad to not
We've
talk
been
about
on
it. If you
this
guys
for
want to
20
drop the
minutes.
subject of murder. But like you guys keep bringing it up. I'm just trying to say that like
I'm not
Oh,
bringing
there's-
no,
this
it became the-
because I think that if we keep talking about this, we're just gonna keep going up in circles on.
we haven't gone in circles. I've proven every single point I've given you ample evidence for every single point that the murder is either justified or unresolved. Like there's still going to be stories we don't have a complete Star Trek Picard yet. After season 3 we should sit down and talk about murder, but I think this is like kind of a silly I do think it's a silly conversation, but like you keep bringing it up, so I just keep defending it because it's defensible. So if you're willing to move on from murder, we can talk about something else. And there's a lot
let's
of
talk about
other
something else, except something else besides murder.
Starfleet. Okay, so did the Borg Queen's tentacle pierce through the murder topic? Did I do it successfully? Did it happen? Did my tentacle come out of my back and just go
It just took long enough
to the
to-
murder topic? Did I just
No,
go
it just,
murder
Dr.
topic?
Octopus,
Damn.
Borg Queen.
What's that? Starfleet Borg
Octopus,
Queen.
Borg Queen.
I love her. I want
I
her
wonder
to
if they just bought
I wanted her
the
to have more
animation for
tentacles.
Dr. Octopus
In
tentacles.
fact, I never want to see her use her arms. I want to see her do flips and kicks and shit, like, but never like in that gown, like just like in the restriction of that gown. I want to see her kick ass even
Can we talk
more.
about the amount of needless Dutch angles, movement of camera?
I didn't notice any of that. I
Weird
thought
lighting.
I didn't notice any of that because to me it
Of
was
course you
to
didn't.
me no because, and I'll say this, I do pay attention. I've watched it like 6 times now, maybe 4 times, but I do pay attention. I don't talk a lot about cinematic devices and things like that, but I think Ruben can back me up on this. I do pay attention to cinema. I'm very well read in cinema. I've studied Spielberg's films. I've studied Lucas's. I've studied Scorsese's. I have had many conversations about mechanics of filmmaking, Dutch angles, tilts, Dutch tilts, whatever, whatever, all that stuff. When you guys might have been paying attention to that, but for me personally, none of that was apparent because what was happening was so compelling that every time. So I did see them. I noticed the Dutch angles, but I thought they were appropriate and they helped to like visually tell the story that was being told and like kind of like show that. So yeah, I saw all those devices, but I thought they all worked personally.
The directing in this episode really didn't bother me because I was so enraptured by what I was seeing on screen. I was so happy with what I was seeing on screen. And there you go. There you go. I'll say it again. I was happy with what I was seeing on screen. I was happy. I feel like
It's just
shouting
like
that.
when you like a character, you're okay with them
Yeah.
murdering. It's the same thing. You were happy,
Yeah.
so you didn't care if the Dutch tilt was
so
like
I-
was 3 degrees off
Yeah.
from what it should have been.
Um, but I like you and Braxton, like a lot of people online believe that emissary was the Borg Queen,
It might not
and
be. It's true.
and for some reason I've always like from the second that it showed up, I was like, that's not the Borg Queen, that's her emissary. Like why does everybody think that's the Borg Queen?
Um, what's the emissary? You mean like Cisco's in there, but it has
No,
boobs.
but they no no,
No,
but
they call
like,
her the Borg emissary. and
no,
wanna
they
send an
thank you,
emissary.
Ruben. They called it the Borg
They said
emissary.
we'll send our emissary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They said
emissary.
no. They said we'll send our queen.
No, emissary. They said
Okay, I have
emissary.
to.
You know,
Okay,
just look at how fierce her outfit was. Dude, that had to be the Borg Queen. Only the Queen would show up
Picard's
looking
mom.
that cunt and that fierce, dude.
That could have
Kid-
that could have been like the Borg's henchwoman.
let me pull it up because I could have heard they said we're sending our queen, our emissary, our queen, or something like
No.
that.
They did say that
mentioned
this
Hi,
in the
Josh.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
What's that? Josh
Good.
answered for
Josh
us.
said goodnight.
Oh, good night, Josh.
That was literally so amazing, dude. Like the veil helmet, dude. Like that's what I saw, dude.
The Daft Punk helmet.
Rios is like the worst captain ever, and no one listens to him.
Oh my god!
Don't fire!
Uh,
Someone fire! Stop
we pointed
firing!
that out
Everyone
on-
keeps firing.
We pointed that out on Text Track. Actually,
Terrible.
I think he hasn't developed his voice yet, like the Picard voice. You know how when Picard's like stop,
Yeah.
you know, like
Stop
he
it.
hasn't done his voice yet.
Yeah.
Like
Oh
Picard.
my
Yeah,
God.
he hasn't developed his command yet. He
You know,
might
I
be.
felt
Yeah,
I felt bad for that young Vulcan ensign who was like bleeding as he was coming up the turbo lifts, you know, like when everything was going crazy and the Borg Queen was like stunning everyone, you know. I was like, oh, poor
that's
kid.
interesting too. Why is the Borg? Do the Borg traditionally stun? They don't stun, right?
No,
If that's a
they
Borg-
also don't do
no, but the other thing,
Reflective.
the other thing that kind of bothered-
multi-reflective shield thing either.
So the thing is, I feel like, you know, the Borg generally is wanting bodies. So probably the Borg probably does stun because
yeah.
they don't want to destroy those lives, you know, because they probably want to assimilate them typically. So
Oh,
I would
like they're
imagine the
in-
Borg probably stuns a good deal.
They're like in assimilate mode right now. They don't have enough people or whatever, or Borg is what you're saying. Like so that's why she's stunning everyone because they're possibly like it's possible they could assimilate them later or whatever.
No, I was thinking that as a matter of general practice, that they probably stun because they're interested in bodies. But I think that in this case, she's probably stunning because, you know, she probably does want power. She probably does want like some kind of alliance. She wants something from Starfleet. We just don't know what it is yet. And so, yes, they're attacking her. She could use lethal force, but she's choosing not to.
No,
I'm
but
going into the scene right now. Hold on, let me see. Oh my god, I love this scene.
You know, the other thing that I didn't particularly like, and I don't understand why they. I mean, I understood why they didn't, but I didn't like it. I didn't like that Rio still had his goddamn cigar. He was commanding, and I'm like, really, man? You're a captain. Stop smoking. That shit'll kill you, man. That shit will kill you.
Starfleet boy, you
it's
said
probably
that he
like
wasn't
a-
actually smoking. You said that
Like
he
a
was.
synth cigar.
It's a,
No,
yeah,
like
it's a
cigar that
Synthagar.
doesn't- yeah.
It's a
And he
synth
actually
cigar.
never lights it on scene. Like he never he kind of he like
never
opens. I noticed his security officer had the lighter. He had to ask his like I think Rios like well okay so all right let's get into Rios for a second. But I'm trying to pull up this. Can you guys remind me to go back to find out if it's the Queen because I
Yes,
gotta
yes.
know like
I
my
know.
whole.
Do it now, dude. Do it now before we move on.
No, but I
Let's
have
do
a
it
point
now.
about I have a
Do it
point
now.
about Rios. Okay, fine, I'll
Fine.
find them.
Well, I
Make your
talk
point
about
right
how
now.
weird it is to. I guess they're gonna make the story about Picard finding love when Picard had a whole wife, child, and life in
Oh
Inner
yeah,
Light.
that's right. That's right.
And he
He
had
did.
Bosch, and he
He
had
did.
that redhead who played the
He did.
piano or
He
whatever.
did.
Like he's had love.
that is
He's a
true.
robot.
He did look. That is true. He's had love throughout his life, but the thing
Deep
is,
love.
You guys, this changes everything.
Here's
What
the
you
thing.
guys, I have something to report from
What?
my findings.
Who
What?
reported
What
you?
did she say?
Okay, all right, hold on. Let's see. Jude says if we don't get to see all of Rio's Hollow Bros this season, I'm rage quitting the show. Okay, hold on. All right, hold on. I want the Hollow Bros back too. It's true. All right, hold on. All right,
Idiots.
I'm gonna put this screen up. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, so the line is we will send an emissary. All right, hold on. I gotta hide the screen because I can't. Wait. It gets more interesting.
It says both.
Wait, hold on. So they say we will send an emissary and then we will offer our queen. So that might not be the queen. They're sending an emissary and they're offering their queen.
Have we seen? Are there? I feel like I'm not used to seeing like.
But it doesn't mean that
female
that's not the
Borg.
queen. What's that? Go ahead. Yeah, female, but yeah, we do know it's a female. But the queen's only been no. There's plenty of
No, they
female
have
Borg,
females
sorry,
all the
yeah.
time.
Seven. I'm like, what am I doing? 7 of 9s of Borg. It's like.
Oh yeah, she is. Yeah.
Maxon, you had me so excited for a second.
Yeah,
Well,
they
no,
turned
it's like-
Janeway into a Borg.
Wait a second. Wait a minute. And I'm not confused by like 7 of 9 is a girl, right? She does have tits, right? Last time I
She
checked,
does.
right?
No, we got crazy for a second. Rex and I were trying to say like, has
Yeah,
there
there's
ever
that-
been like another
There's
female?
that former Borg who falls in love with Chakotay.
Because the Borg Queen's such a powerful female presence, like in her sadomasochistic sort of like ways,
Yeah.
that like you forget about other females when you're in her presence, and that's what was happening. So I'm sorry, I apologize for that. That was very
Guys, I'm gonna just step away from it. I'm gonna go make myself some stuff. I'll
What?
be back.
okay.
I'll be back.
Dude, what is Marcelo drinking booze, dude?
I think so.
No. I just wanna get up and go get myself a drink or something.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be
Make
back
it
in just a
show.
second.
We're gonna make it show. But yeah, we will offer our queen, is what they say. I assume that is the queen that came over, but it could be an emissary, could be different. That's
I think it's the queen, dude.
I do too. She's fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't wait until she takes off the veil helmet, dude,
I mean, she
Who's
could
it gonna
like
be?
to reveal her face.
She could be like the Darth Maul to
The
the
queen.
Queen, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But she's gonna look like Picard's mom.
What if all the Borg on this ship are female?
Oh, that'd be interesting.
She's gonna look like Picard's mom because when he was a Borg, they have his memories.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The line that she says at the beginning.
But here's the thing,
Borg
though,
Queen
dude.
says
We've
at the
seen
end.
the actress who plays who plays the Borg Queen, and she is not the same actress who plays the mother.
I can't say stuff. I know some little bit of things that I can't say it because I promise not to spoil. But
Oh well, I've seen the still image of the Borg Queen. You're right. So, but they're definitely doing something with tapping into the memory of his mom.
The actress who played the mother reminded me of Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, a little bit.
Whereas the actress, who plays the Borg Queen is like, kind of like reddish blonde looking. And she's also younger or more youthful appearing than the actress who played Picard's mother.
Picard has a vision of his past. Ruben, do you remember the scene where he sees his mom, telling him not to pay attention when she and her and his father are arguing, and to go and look up into the stars, like that whole thing, right?
Yeah. The beginning, right before he has the acid trip.
Right, so that's his memory of his past. I guess what's interesting is why does the Borg Queen or whoever this is, this emissary, know that he's thinking about that? Because it's an unrelated event. So it's interesting, why is it even brought up to him in the first place? He had that vision before any of that. He had that memory before any of this started. It kind of unlocked.
Why are we getting Picard and Borg again?
Why? Oh, I love that. I want more.
What about Picard and Romulans? What
We
about
got it in
Picard and
season
Klingons?
1. We got Picard and the
No, you
Romans
didn't.
in
You got
season
more
1.
Picard and Borg because they did Picard and Borg for like 4 episodes. There was
Dude,
Wait,
more Picard and
they
Borg than
just
really Picard and
they
Romulans.
brought back the board because they knew that we would literally eat it up, dude. Like as I have
yeah.
been scrolling Star Trek
But
Twitter, the dudes
But I think the
are
artifact
eating
was
it up.
just and I think also the artifact was interesting because it was a neat way to update. We kind of wanted to know what's going on with the Borg, right?
Mhm.
Like with the XB, like we
Mhm.
assumed something was going to happen. So I
Mhm.
thought I thought the whole XB thing was interesting only because again. This is very personal. Like it's like they lucked out with me because Hugh was one of my favorite characters from
Yeah.
TNG. Like he made a huge. I guess the way you guys talk about Icheb, and I was upset that he was killed in Star Trek. I was very upset. Like it really touched me. Like I still to this day I'm like the writers can figure out a way to bring Hugh back. Like I'm still hopeful that that'll happen. So Hugh was I guess the Icheb for me, and it's crazy that like the
Mhm.
show does kill off these like kind of like great characters.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, it's like but I don't think the show's bad because of it. I
They
think
wasted
that's
his
like
life. They didn't have to do that.
No,
yeah,
the
they didn't
show
have
is
to,
bad
but
because
it
they
doesn't
do it in
it
hyper
doesn't break
mediocre
the.
ways.
To me, it fits well within the the idea that Picard is just not succeeding anymore. Like everything he's doing, like everything he could do, but before Picard could save everyone, and that was like
Mhm.
awesome. But now he can't do that anymore, and it's
Ye-
sad. It's
Yeah,
heartbreaking,
dude.
and
There
it's
was one
important.
point in the
Yeah,
episode when they were like, "Oh my gosh!" Like the Borg showed up. Picard, what are we gonna do? He's like, "Dude, I don't know what we're gonna do." Like I liked that. It's like,
yeah.
yeah. It's like, dude, like I'm retired. Like I'm
I've been
fucking
retired.
80. It's like, you know what? You motherfuckers have to decide what we're gonna do. Like I have no earthly idea. Like I
I like
liked that.
that.
You know?
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah.
And that's a cool thing. Fathery points this out where he says like Star Trek's not afraid of showing characters age and lose their
Mhm.
mojo in a sense, and I like that. That's cool because that's happening to me in real life. Like it's very relatable, and I like that it's like Picard kind of guiding me into my old age. Like he's
Starfleet
helping me.
boy, you're still at the height of your powers.
Thank you, sir. I might be Jean-Luc in TNG, but I'm glad I can see an example of how to handle life when I'm Jean-Luc when I'm Sohail or Starfleet boy of Jean-Luc's age. Like
Mm,
there's like lessons to be learned still, which are really important, I think, for everyone, which is like
mhm,
not to spend 20 years or whatever 14 years wallowing and hidden away, and like try, if you believe in making a difference, make that difference like every day no matter what. Like try. You're gonna fail, but it doesn't mean that you're like. I like that line in Star Trek Picard season 1 where he's like, I had to learn uh, to not let perfection be the enemy of the good. And that's exactly
mm,
something that I needed to hear because
mm,
I was taught to strive for perfection. Like you have to get this right. You have to draw beautifully. You have to you have to like write correctly. Like there was a lot of that kind of, our society that I grew up in, kind of like emphasize that. And so
mm.
it's nice to see that like, okay, like, I don't have to put my failures under a rug. I can kind of like own them and live up to them and stuff like that. Now
Yeah.
that Marcelo's back, would you guys mind making it show
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I can do that.
while
I
I
can
go
do
and
that.
get a refill of my drink
Oh
as
my God,
well?
he's even too. Look at that.
Okay.
I'll do it. I
Everybody's
got
taking
it.
a break.
Yeah,
So
we need
No,
to. I
I
streamed
got
for
it.
3 hours on Text Track
so
today, so
me
I'm
and
tired.
me
I'll
and
do it.
Marco are going to talk about Batman now.
Yeah. So what do you think of Batman, Braxton?
Dude, I thought Batman was fucking awesome. I did think that it was 50 minutes too long.
Hmm.
Like I thought the first 2 hours were really, really good, and then it slowed down for me. With like the Riddler part and like the terrorist act. It slowed
Hmm.
down for me there.
Okay.
But overall, I really liked the movie. I thought that
Hmm.
Pattinson
Hmm.
did a good job. I didn't know that he could handle the physicality of Batman, but like he delivered like brutal attacks, like brutal attacks. Like because I played the Batman games on PlayStation, and I really enjoyed them. And like and like when he was like attacking the dudes, it reminded me of like some of those like brutal fight scenes, and
Right.
like brutal like punches Batman would deliver
Right.
like in the video game. And I
Hmm.
really loved that that we saw a lot of Batman detective and less of Batman Bruce Wayne.
Right.
I
Right.
thought that was really cool. I thought that Jeffrey Wright was really good as Commissioner Gordon, and I also really liked this take on Catwoman. I think that Zoe Kravitz is a really, really beautiful actress. Um, and yeah, dude, I liked Batman. I thought it was good. I thought it was too fucking long, but I thought it was
Hmm.
real good.
Yeah, no, I adored the Batman. I love the way that it was shot. I particularly love, and you brought it up. I love that in this iteration of Batman we finally got Batman the detective, because
Yeah.
we've had so many goddamn iterations of Batman, but we've never really seen the detective side of Batman. The closest thing that we've gotten to that is Batman the animated series from the 90s cartoon. But
Hmm.
we've never seen Batman in live action be Batman the great detective. So I really love the fact that all throughout this movie Batman was a detective all throughout this movie. And I also loved that Robert Pattinson brought something to Batman that Ben Affleck really sort of scratched the surface of. And what that is basically is that Robert Pattinson, all throughout this movie, had this quiet rage about himself. Like you could just see the anger
Hmm.
emanating off of his face.
Hmm.
And I also like the fact that he didn't say that much as
Hmm.
Batman or Bruce Wayne throughout this entire movie.
Yeah.
He was quiet, but he was
Hmm.
angry
Hmm.
all the time.
Yeah.
And I for one really appreciated that we got to see
Hmm.
a Batman this early in his career, and we got to see sort of a Batman that was unhinged from
Hmm.
society. And I really enjoyed Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, but I particularly liked her as a way to remind Batman slash Bruce Wayne that there is hope and that there is a better way. Because in their scenes together, it
Hmm.
seemed to me that Catwoman was sort of calming down Batman slash Bruce Wayne.
Hmm.
I think that he in those few moments that they were together with one another, he was just calm when he was with her. He
But
found
the
this
thing
sense.
is, like, when
Right.
I, so the thing is, like, I don't know, like, I felt like the actress was so beautiful. I feel like, oh my gosh, like, like that woman, like,
Yeah.
looking at you in the
Right.
eye like that, dude, like, you would just be totally taken with her. Like,
Yeah.
I think that that Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz have really good physical chemistry as actors, um, dude, like I don't know, dude. Like I
Yeah.
fell in love with like Zoe Kravitz and like Catwoman, Selena Kyle, as like she like looked in Bruce Wayne's eyes and like wanted to like kiss him and like know him, you
Hmm.
know. I thought that they had really, really good chemistry. Like I really, really liked it. I loved the scene when they were parting ways. They were like driving through the cemetery and then like they stopped at the road
They
and
stopped
like
at a
she
fork in the
went
road,
left and he went
and he went
right
right.
and he like
He
looked
looked back
back
too.
in the mirror,
Yeah.
like he's like, you know what? I'm gonna see that woman again.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think that Zoe Kravitz is a unremarkably she is a
She's a
remarkably
beautiful
sexy woman.
actress, dude.
And you're right. If I mean what 92% of men, if Zoe Kravitz looked at them like that, they wouldn't. They wouldn't last too long.
Dude, I'm gay
Um,
as shit. If Zoe Kravitz looked at me like that, dude, I would be all in, dude.
yeah, yeah. But no. But the other thing that I liked about this movie is that a lot of times in Batman movies and TV shows, we are told that Gotham City is going to be a character.
Hello.
It's going to be, oh god.
I just wanted to come in here to say this is the bat right here, the Batman. It's coming through an
Dude,
anomaly.
you sound like Alfred.
I'm still not back, but I couldn't resist showing this image. I was reviewing the Picard episode to find more interesting tidbits, and I couldn't help it. Sorry, carry on with the Batman. I'm trying not to listen because
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
So
Ooh, dude, new Riddler's so good, dude.
yes. But we'll get to the Riddler in a second. I just want to make this one more point about the city, and then we'll get to Riddler in a second. So yeah, in a lot of Batman media, we are told that the character, the city of Gotham is going to be a character within itself, and we're going to get
We
sued.
have an incoming transport signal. Signal
He's
scan
going to
has
turn it off. Do you hear me? Okay, good. We're okay. We're not going to get sued.
Demonetized.
Right away. So, I really appreciated that the character, the city of Gotham was a living, breathing character in this
Mhm.
movie. I really felt that the city was alive. It was dirty. It was dark, and it was disgusting. And I felt that more in this movie than I have in any other incarnation of Batman before.
Yeah.
And I really like that. Now to move on to possibly the best part of this movie, Paul Dano as the Riddler. He was amazing. What did you think about him, Braxton?
Dude, he was so good, dude. Like at first, like, he had gamed me a little bit. I thought that he was kind of noble but doing bad things. And then at the end, I saw that he was nuts and really doing really fucked up, dangerous stuff. He was really good. I enjoyed the play between him and Batman. You know, and it really threw me when we knew that the Riddler knew who Batman's identity was. Like I love the scene where like Batman was like in front of the police officers and it was like, one of the last riddles.
Right.
And I could feel like Batman being really tense that like, okay, well the sham is up, like girl is up. Like, he talked to Gordon, he was like, oh, maybe like Batman is over because like I'm about to be decaled in front of like everyone, like right now. Now that did not happen, but like I felt the tension. The Riddler was good, dude.
Yeah, I really really like Paul Dano's take on the character because the last time we saw the Riddler on the big screen, it was Jim Carrey, and Jim Carrey was just over the top, insane.
Dude, I
And
love
Paul,
Jim Carrey's Riddler.
I mean, me too. Look. I mean, Batman Forever came out when I was a kid, so I'll always have a a soft spot in my heart for that movie because it came out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But Paul Dano really played the Riddler as if he played the Riddler in such a fashion that he made this character believable in the way that a guy like this could exist in our world today.
They do exist.
Yeah.
They
And
do. Yeah.
right, and I think that's the best part
Yeah.
of this Batman movie. This Batman movie was so down to earth, grounded that just for a split second you could believe that with the proper money, a guy who had a couple screws loose could dress up as a bat and go fight crime. And I think that
Mm.
In
Dude, this
I think
Batmobile was badass, dude. I
yeah,
loved it, dude.
yeah. I think that within itself it was a credit to the film in that this film had a sense of reality,
Hmm.
that a sense of groundedness that the other Batman movies haven't didn't have.
Hmm.
Even the Christopher Nolan Batman movies that were grounded for the most part, but the Christopher Nolan movies still had a sense of pulp and pop.
Hmm.
This this movie was more like Seven. It was more like Kiss the Girls. This movie was a noir Batman story,
Yeah.
and I loved every second of it. The only thing that I didn't like about this movie is, like you, I thought it was a little bit too long,
Yeah.
and I didn't like the end reveal of well the individual who was supposedly in the next cell next to the Riddler. I didn't like the reveal of the guy
I
that
didn't know if that was Two-Face or the person that we're thinking of until like he started laughing at the end.
yeah,
At first, I thought it was Two-Face.
Two
I
Face.
think it's interesting setup for like whatever the next movie would be.
Hmm.
Um, I just want more Zoe Kravitz Catwoman.
Oh no, no, no. She's gonna. I was speaking to a friend of mine who loved the film like we did, and she was like, So you think they're gonna do a sequel? And do you think Zoe Kravitz is gonna come back?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, hell yeah!" First of all,
Dude, they have such wonderful chemistry, dude. They have
hmm
such wonderful chemistry.
yeah, and I was like, "Hell yeah, they're gonna do a sequel for sure." And hell yeah, Zoe Kravitz is gonna come back. Hell yeah. Um, I yeah, I was really pleased with this movie. I mean, I knew I was gonna like this movie, but I didn't know how much I
Hmm.
was gonna like this movie.
Hmm. Dude, I
Um,
smiled a lot in this movie. Um, Not like laugh smiled, but there was just like a bunch of moments that made me feel really good.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, I liked this film quite a bit. I
Yeah.
don't think that I can wait the 45 days to see it again. I think
On HBO Max.
tomorrow, after I come from the gym, I'm probably gonna like stop past the movie theater and catch
And
another
go,
showing.
yeah, go watch it again. Are
Ruben,
you
are you gonna see new Batman?
Yeah, I'll watch it eventually.
yeah, are you gonna do the HBO
Graceland,
Max thing?
baby.
Or
Yeah, I'll watch it eventually.
no,
Either
but yeah, but
bootleg
you're
or
so
on HBO.
yeah, you're gonna go to the HBO Max thing. Braxton, are you a big Batman fan?
So no and yes. So, for instance, I only saw one of the Chris Nolan movies. I do not like Ben Affleck, so I have not seen those movies. But I have
Mhm.
played all of the
The
Batman video
Arkham
games that
games.
have come out for the last decade and a half.
Oh, so you
So
play the Arkham games then?
and I also have some Batman comic books as well. So I do like Batman. I don't necessarily like um,
All Batman.
the recent Batman movies.
Hmm. I no, it's interesting that you said that you played all the Arkham video games. There's a scene in the Ben Affleck Batman film, be Batman v Superman, where he's in a warehouse. And if you like the Arkham games, you would love this scene because Ben Affleck kills a bunch of fools as Batman, just like in the Arkham games.
By the
Yeah.
way, this whiskey
Yeah,
is dedicated to Orla
it's
Brady, who plays
what?
Laris on Star Trek.
Yeah,
What
from
did she die?
into the Badlands.
No, it's just
and Walking
dedicated to her.
Dead.
She likes Jameson. What? Wait, what? What did you say?
She's in Into the Badlands, this TV show that was on a
Oh,
few years
okay.
ago.
Who?
I was.
Really good on it.
You saw how I was ready to like
Laris.
defend Laris.
Dude,
Oh wait,
Laris is way
okay,
too
okay.
young for Picard, dude. Like Laris is like,
Wait, she's a Romulan. She might be older than him.
oh,
Mm,
oh,
Um,
mm,
mm,
mm.
mm.
She could be like 120 and still look
Yeah.
like great. Yeah, right.
Yeah. She could be
Ruben,
120 but look like 52.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking about
but
that.
there's so many other ways they could have
uh,
cut, put that across without that really bizarre kind of almost gross. It was like watching your grandpa and your grandma. I don't know. It's
Wait,
weird.
before we go back, it wasn't like that. I don't think it's too gross. I mean,
Dude, like it's cool for like older people should be like everyone
she's,
who's
like,
screwing
old
shouldn't
enough.
be fucking
No,
like
for sure.
20.
But the two characters had no connection in that way
well, hold on. Before we
whatsoever.
go back to Picard, what's the deal with HBO and the Batman?
well, hold on. Can I? give me a
45
minute?
days, dude.
Yeah.
What do you mean when? I can see it now? Like
You
I
can see it in
watch...
45 days.
Oh, in 45 days I can see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll wait then.
But
It sounds
dude,
fun.
like sometimes, dude, like I
You
mean,
gotta
that
go to the
woman,
theater,
she
I know.
had just like lost her partner. She said that, oh, like in Romulan culture, like we don't like
we love
grieve over
more.
love. Like we just like go to the next person and we love even more.
Yeah.
And
You know,
I feel like she was probably a woman who is lonely. She is desperate a little bit. Like that man, they were promised to each other at birth.
I thought that was
So-
really interesting and sweet.
So she may have spent like 100 and something years loving that man.
Oh,
And you know
yeah,
what? And she
shit.
has like a man who is like close to her that she admires. And that, you know what? It might not even be rational. She just wants like Picard to love her, and like.
I want him to love me. I love Captain
Oh,
Picard.
shut up.
I mean Admiral Picard. I do. I want
Oh,
him to love me.
shut up.
I want him to.
That's too much.
What do you mean
But-
that's too much?
no,
I
but
do.
that-
I like
that's-
totally
no, I'm
want it.
kidding,
I
I'm
want
kidding, I'm
Jean-Luc
kidding.
Picard. I want him to hold me in his arms. I want to
Oh,
like.
my God.
I want it. What is so gross about that? He could be. It's like your grandfather holding you. It's nice.
Oh, okay.
It's a nice thing.
Okay. I thought you were talking about something. Okay.
What? He's holding me
in.
in his arms. It's like it's a nice thing.
No,
Like,
no. I was.
did I
no.
say I want him to love me?
No,
I didn't say I
no.
want him to make love to me.
Okay. No, I was looking at it the other way. Sorry.
You thought I wanted him to make love to me?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if he let me stay at Chateau Picard for like 10 years, like, and gave me like a well-paying job, I might. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Dude, you have to see new Batman. Dude. You should see the way that like Zoe Kravitz, Selena Kyle looks at Batman.
Oh,
You will
okay.
fucking melt, dude.
I gotta
You
see
will
it.
fucking melt, dude. Like,
Wait,
dude,
I-
it got me, dude. I was like, man, dude.
Okay,
Like,
I might
how
see it
could
in the
you
theater.
tell that
45
woman,
days.
Like,
What's 45
no.
days from now? When's 45 days from now? Hey Siri, when's 45 days from now?
It's the 19th of April 2022 at 1:40 a.m.
mhm.
Oh, that's when we come back from Chicago.
Okay. A week after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll see it before then in the theater. We'll see.
Dude, you have to see it before
Yeah.
then, dude. It's
Yeah.
so good, dude. It's so good, dude.
So are we? Wait. Are we all in agreement that we think Gayzer McFadden's going to show up in this season?
No, I
At
think
some
she's
point?
coming in season 3, but maybe it would be awesome if she does come in this season.
Ugh.
But here's I'm sorry I played this by accident, but the scanners do indicate that the Borg, the organic synthetic components are consistent with the Borg. So whatever they are probably Borg.
Unfortunately, dude, you cannot use the Federation cannot use Borg technology with their stuff because every time they do, dude, the Borg come back and just take it all over, dude.
When did they use Borg tech before?
They use it for like seasons on Voyager. They used the
Oh,
nano
Voyager did
technology.
that. Was Voyager herself
Enhanced?
Borg
Because
enhanced?
because
Yeah?
7 of 9 was using Borg technology to like enhance
Voyager.
Voyager's.
Was the ablative shielding a result of Borg technology?
Mm.
No,
You talking about the multi-phasic shielding?
The ablative.
somebody
I think it's
somebody
ablative.
helped
It's like
them
armor
get
that appear. Huh?
Yeah, somebody helped them get that, I think.
Oh, okay. Here's another clue. So Agnes says, and sorry, Santiago Cabrera, there's a bad shot of you. I apologize in advance. But Agnes says the queen is actually coming. I could take that in a sexual way too.
Oh, good lord.
The queen is actually coming.
The
She's
Borg
about-
Queen does not have sex, Starfleet boy.
Are you sure she wanted to have sex with Jean-Luc and with Data?
Mm.
Remember in
I
First
thought that was
Contact?
just for research purposes. Like she
No,
wanted to
it
have sex
wasn't.
with Data.
Joel says, "I hope so." But you think it was for research, or she was because she also wasn't she very like lippy with Picard, like she was putting her fingers on his lips.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then they did a flashback, like they added a new scene to Best of Both Worlds that wasn't there before, that shows her like licking his ear or something. I don't think she was doing that, but she was very close to his neck.
Dude,
Right? She was really
the
close
Borg
to his...
Queen, a seductress.
She is a seductress. I always thought she's... First of all, Alice Krige is very seductive. She's a gorgeous, but very sensual person, in my opinion. Like, I think she just, like, she exudes her... The way she carries herself, she, you know, like, have you ever seen her? Like, she just kind of, like, she can hold a pose and just, like, she's just so elegant and graceful, but also, but, like, in a way that's, like fiercely sensual, I feel like.
I love the term seductress.
Yeah, seductress. It's a good way to describe her. And I think she played the queen in that way. I was certainly seduced for 0.043 seconds. Yeah, sorry, I had to do it. But this new queen in her armor, because she can't fuck around. She can't. If that is the queen, she just can't fuck around.
I'm telling you, it's
Queen
not
is
the
there.
queen. I'm telling you guys, it's not.
Dude,
I
like
don't know.
she had a Borg shield up, dude. They were trying to fire you there, and just like nothing. I love
Seven. Okay, Seven's not having any of this. She's just like, you people are idiots. Like,
Of course not.
Because she's a rage-filled murderer.
no.
She
Wait,
just wants
come,
to shoot constantly.
Ruben, we're talking about the Borg this time. Come on, she's totally justified in her Borg fear. I mean, come on, like she even says it. She's like,
She became the Borg Queen last season. Like,
to save.
But the
the
thing
show
is,
is so
7 of 9 is a
She didn't
shoot
actually
first
become
kind of
the
woman.
Borg Queen, by the way. What?
7 of 9 is a shoot first kind of woman. That's
Yep.
like, you know, being in the Fenris Rangers, like, you know, that is what she is. You know, she's a shoot first kind of woman.
Yeah.
I like a shoot first kind of woman, dude.
No, well, no. The cool thing about 709 is that when idiots say, "Oh, we should talk to this person," and we should talk to this person, ask them questions, and then possibly shoot them. No, 709 says bullshit. I'm gonna shoot these people, and then I'm gonna try to ask them questions.
Dude, she's gonna shoot first and ask questions later, dude. I love it, dude. Mm-hmm.
Look at that. This is the penetration scene of the transporter signal through the shields.
Force penetration, and they couldn't resist.
Oh wow, Braxton, that was a little too
That's a
much.
little
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm teasing.
My mouth is filthy.
And then she penetrates the ship with her tentacles.
I love that she does. There's a lot of penetration. It's true. Actually, you're not. Yeah.
Yep, she penetrated those consoles, dude.
She did. She did. Oh my god, she totally did. I don't know why I find that so amusing. All right, so here's a neat little side view of this. What did you guys think of the Stargazer?
Beautiful.
I loved it, man. I loved it. It was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Any thoughts on the Stargazer, Ruben?
No, ship design. Star Trek always has good ship designs.
Are you gonna play this ship in ST? Are you playing STO right now as we speak?
No, I'm playing a baseball game.
Oh, but are you gonna
Baseball game.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna play? Are you
What do you
gonna?
got?
Do you think you're gonna get this shit? I have to get fucking STO. I gotta do it. I gotta get a PC.
Man, I'm just warning you. It's gonna be like crack.
I just won't drink alcohol.
There's
as
over
much.
500 ships in that game.
I'll just stop buying alcohol. Put all that money towards
Ruben.
STO.
I'm playing
Very
Super
good.
Major League Baseball 3 right now.
Okay, but who's your team?
Oh, I made a team called the Reapers, and it's all slasher movie characters.
Oh wow.
Michael Myers is and Jason are my number 3 and 4 batter.
Okay.
I have Laurie Strode from Halloween.
Where's she playing?
What's that?
Where's she playing? Where'd you put her?
She's my left field. Michael
Who'd you
Myers
put-
is my first baseman.
Who'd you put in center field?
Oh, I called him Xenomorph. And I made
Oh
him
my
like
God.
Asian-y looking. So he's like Xenomorph from the Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So
sorry.
yeah,
guys.
it's all like horror movie reference characters.
This is funny. Yeah.
Wes Craven is one of my pitchers.
Braxton,
Oh,
do you
really?
play
Awesome.
STO?
No.
You could play it. You have a PC. You're so lucky. Look, guys, this is so beautiful to me. I want to be on this bridge. Look at this bridge.
Dude, the bridge is so beautiful.
The bridge of Stargazer. Like it's all screens. It's so
Yeah.
beautiful. It's like just screens,
Yeah.
touch screens, and they're bendy. They bend. The touch screens bend.
Bendy.
It's cool. They're
And dude,
OLED.
and that makes total sense. I mean, we're starting to see folding phones right now.
Yeah.
Like we have like these big screens in our cars. So like by this time, like yeah, like all this stuff is gonna be like big displays that are like foldable and stuff.
Plus, I don't know if you guys get into this shit, but I'm like really enjoying this warp core. Like I'm seeing it's very similar to like the standard warp core that we've seen throughout the TNG error, but it has some notable differences. It's a little like more machined or tooled. It has like more like design, like there's some interesting design elements. I like seeing this antimatter reaction going on here, like a visual representation of it, like without seeing the actual set, which would have been amazing also, but there's no reason for it. For those of you who say stories should be efficient, we can see it all here. Like it's great.
Mhm.
Anyways, I have a question. Would you be into a new Star Trek series after Star Trek Picard set aboard the Stargazer with Rios as captain?
No.
No, you're not feeling it?
No, I'm gonna have to change my opinion from last night. No.
Oh, wow.
No, because I think that Star Trek Star Trek needs to move forward.
Well, it would be set
I know
after
I know,
Picard, right?
I know, but I would like some.
Because the
new stories.
Stargaze is a new ship, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but I don't know. No, just no.
you know, and I feel like the Borg Queen is gonna like take him offline, so there's gonna be a new captain at some point.
You think he's gonna die this season, Rios?
That'd be
Well, I
cool.
mean, there's only
Do
three
you guys
seasons.
think one of the
I-
mains are gonna die this season? In the trailer, it looks like Elnor's, which upsets me very much. But in the trailers, it looks like Elnor.
Makes me very happy, except I know it's gonna be
Elnor can't
retcon.
die.
Because
Wait, you
Q's
know-
just gonna go, ha ha, Picard! It was all just for fun and games. Everything's back to normal.
Q didn't get involved until after this, so I don't know if Q's. I don't know
I
if
feel
Q.
like Q could be the reason why,
This is
like,
happening.
the Borg showed up in this place. Maybe, possibly. Maybe he made it possible.
I mean, he's the one who introduced them to the board.
Yeah, the Borg and the Q go hand in hand. Did the Borg come out with? Is there ever a Q Borg episode in TNG? I mean, Voyager.
Mhm, I don't think
Voyager, I
so.
don't think so, no. There's Q episodes, but not with the board.
They had scenes of like the security officers grabbing their phasers from the holders and like just it looked very like it looked very much like
Military?
no, but like how like in First Contact or what, it had a similar vibe, like the same kind of like cadence or like stuff like that, just like procedural stuff that you saw there.
My favorite moment aboard the Stargazer was when Picard walked into the lift and he saw Seven, and Seven gave him sort of like a cheeky smile, and as they were walking through the corridors, when Picard passed every service member, the service member would fall in and give Picard give him a proper salute, and I like that.
Yeah, because he's actually a reinstated admiral again.
Yeah.
And he's on a Starfleet ship. That makes sense. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. Um, I imagine they wouldn't do anything differently. I mean, but no one has to do that for Picard on La
Look
Serena.
at that, dude. Wow. She looks like a knight. Like the
That's what she
Black
looks like.
Knight.
It she does look like a knight. She looks like to me like a chess piece, like the like those fancy chess games that have like knights in armor, and
Mhm.
the queen usually has armor, like battle armor
Yeah.
on those chess pieces, and that's what she reminds me of. I
Yeah.
want this chess game actually. That would be awesome if they made like if they made like a Borg, like on one side you have 7 of 9, and and the other side you have her. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't
hmm
that be awesome? Oh, I love it.
hmm
I
Ooh,
kind of
at
want to
some
design
point
that.
this season, I feel like 7 of 9 is going to take her down in hand-to-hand combat.
Well, okay, the other interesting thing is she didn't shoot any of the main people, right? Like she was stunning everyone, but she didn't stun she didn't stun Picard or Rios or
Gerard,
Agnes, yeah,
seven of
or
nine.
Seven. So she's got a plan of some kind. There's some sort of plan going on.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, you know what really bugged me? I knew it was a really small thing. I don't know why Jerry Ryan was holding the phaser like this. She was holding the phaser so lackadaisical. I'm like, woman, you're 7 of 9. Pick up that phaser and point it for God's sakes. Ugh.
I don't know what you're talking about. She's pointing it like
No, but no,
well
but
here.
no, no, but the way that she was holding it was like, it was like lackadaisical to me. I don't know. I don't like it.
Really? How
I
what
didn't notice
scene?
that.
Yeah, I didn't notice that
No,
either.
no,
I'm watching her right now and she
no,
looks
just
fierce.
I
no.
mean, that woman is so good at doing stunts
I
and
know.
combat. Like, I feel like a lot of times, like you can tell when people are using a lot of body doubles and stuff. And I feel like for Jerry Ryan, that is not obvious. I feel like Jerry Ryan's really good at combat.
Yeah.
Dude,
Do you
look at
think
that. That is sick, dude.
do you think if I played like 5 seconds of it with no sound, it would be okay?
No
Sure.
sound.
Yes.
Yeah, no sound. Like just
Yeah.
5 seconds.
It'll be
Ready?
fine. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
We need power.
Look at this. Okay, that's it. All right, all right, all right, all right. Sorry, that was too much.
Was that Spider-Man?
Dude, that was
Octopus?
amazing.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, she is. She totally read comic books, Ruben, human comic books, and she wanted to come in as the most She wanted to strike fear in the hearts of like Federation people, and so she's like, "What form can I take that's gonna like scare the shit out of people?" And you know what? Frankly, I'm scared. It scared the shit out of me. Like, she's ferocious.
Why?
Look at
Dude,
They
she was
defeated the
scary,
Borg
dude.
a
Look at this.
dozen times already.
look at this. She
Like
just.
the Borg are so not an interesting villain at this point.
No.
I'm
They've
still
used
very
them
interested in the
so
Borg.
many times.
Personally, I'm still very interested in the
And
Borg. I don't think
Voyager did the best.
I don't think they've faltered. Now I haven't seen Voyager. People say the Borg get a little too. You
Well,
get Borg.
they use them a little bit too much in Voyager.
No.
Yeah, they're
yeah.
like Borg fatigue, right?
No, they do. They do use them a little bit too much, McCart. I mean,
In Voyager,
Like,
but
Boys, I have
everywhere
a
else I've
power
seen.
deficiency that I cannot overcome. I'm gonna have to like drop off in like 2 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, you got
what
it.
deficiency?
Like his battery's
Power
about to
deficiency.
die.
Oh,
Wait, Braxton, can I just show you something real quick? Hold
Yeah,
on.
baby.
Let me see how long you can wait. I'm trying to get to it before you go. Hold on.
sorry, guys.
Come on. Oh my god, this scene is so intense. We should do a watch along. Okay, real quick, two quick scenes. Okay, here's the close up of the veil, as you called it, the veil helmet, and it's so beautiful and intricate,
Dude,
and
it's
it's
so
like,
beautiful.
yeah, it's super cool. Okay, and then the other thing I want to show you is this. Hold on, she's charging up right now, and then hold on, I want to see. Okay, hold on. Oh wait, one more close up shot. Look at this. All right, look at this. Like, I feel like we should make this for
pretty cool.
cosplay. It would
Dude,
be
who
awesome.
can make that, dude? Like nobody.
I have a
Well, I mean,
friend
besides
who's
like
an
people from
armorer.
like Star Trek
3D
costuming.
print
I have a friend who's an armorer, but I don't know
Just
if he
3D
can.
print it. Get a 3D
Yeah,
print.
you could probably have it 3D printed. There's like so many people who are doing the 3D print. Okay, this is just. I just want to show you one more thing real quick before you go. Hold on.
Dude, somebody's gonna have that at Star Trek Chicago, and I'm gonna be so fucking jealous.
Okay, real quick. Look. Okay, ready? Look, she like assesses the room. She's like tactical. She's like, okay, this is annoying. These people are shooting at me, right? She assesses the room. She does like a tactical scan. You see her helmet like doing that crazy shit where she's scanning and stuff like that. And then she launches out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 possibly bolts of stunning energy at everyone. And then hold on, let's see. Yeah, see, it's so exciting. Hold on, ready? Look at that, and then they all go down in one fell swoop, just like that. It was so brilliant. All right, sorry, I had to
Dude,
show
the
that.
boy queen kicked in the door, dude.
She did. I didn't see Superman and Lois this week. I didn't see anything else, so I have nothing else to talk about. Do you guys have anything else to talk about?
No, I didn't. I didn't see Superman Low this week. I did see Power the Dog, the one film that got nominated for an Oscar, and the only thing I'll say about that is I don't know why I got nominated for an Oscar. It was an okay film.
Oh, I have a movie to promote. It's called Beach Rats. It's have you guys seen that movie?
Is it about seagulls?
No. So have you guys seen that movie? The King's Man, the new one with Ralph Fiennes.
Yes.
Okay. The guy who plays his son in that movie, his first role was this movie called Beach Rats. It's about this like group of hoodlums in Brooklyn that are along the boardwalk, I guess. What is that? Coney Island? Is Coney Island in Brooklyn? Marcelo?
Yes.
No.
Coney
I thought Coney Island's in New Jersey.
Yeah,
It's in Jersey. What's in Brooklyn? What's like a boardwalk where they do fireworks and stuff like that in Brooklyn?
I'm not too sure.
Well, it's like one of these beach town things. Maybe it's Jamaica Plains or something like that. It could be Jamaica Plains, right? Isn't there a beach there?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so anyways, that part of New York, and it's really great because it's basically a modern coming out story for this guy who he's involved with these hoodlums. He's like heavily into drugs, and his life is kind of going nowhere, but he's also struggling with being gay possibly. And so it's just a very interesting film.
Dude, what is it called?
Good. Beach Rats.
Oh, I feel like I want to watch this. Dude.
You should watch it. It's really good. We can talk about it later too.
You know, I like human interest stories.
Yeah, human interest. That's what it is, and it's very. I was very moved by this film. It's like very different from like how I grew up, but it was also very interesting to see the way like maybe perhaps some youth of today
Where can
are
you
growing
watch
up.
it?
Huh?
Where can you watch it?
It's I think on here. Let me see. It was on something. It was something that I have. So hold on. Let me see.
Dude, you still haven't watched God's Own Country, dude. You have to watch. Dude,
yes,
so
I do.
I downloaded God's Own Country. If you have not watched it, by the time that we go to Chicago, we are going to watch it in Chicago.
It's on Hulu.
Okay.
And we will watch it in Chicago. That's a good idea.
Again?
But I don't think we'll have time, Braxton. I'm going to be Star Trek out in Chicago. Like, there's not going to be anything but Star Trek. It's called Beach Rats.
Dude, I feel like we'll have like a few hours like in the evening.
I want everything to be Obsession, like Star Trek Obsession. Like we could go to the gay club and go get pizza, deep dish pizza. So if you want to bring a tablet, we can. No, I'm just kidding. So we're gonna go to. I think I'd like to try to go to the gay club if there's a cool one around there. There is a Boys Town in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken.
Dude, we have to go to Boys Town, dude.
Yeah, we have to go to Boys Town at least, and then I'd like to try to go to the fancy bar on top of the Sears Tower. It's nice. I've been there before, and I'd like to go see the Cloud Gate, the Bean. So those are some things that just touristy things that you're in Chicago, you kind of got to do it. Oh, and I might want to go to the Apple Store, but maybe not.
Interesting.
Why do you want to go to the Apple Store in Chicago?
I used to work for Apple, so I like to visit Apple stores. Like it's just fun. It's just a fun thing, but I don't have to.
Apple stores are awesome.
They are kind of awesome. They're all pretty cool.
Really
They're all
awesome.
unique and interesting. And
no, it's like I don't like I don't like to go. I don't like to go out that much, but the couple places I like to go are to the movies and to Apple stores. So yeah, but with that being said, I am an Apple guy, so it makes sense.
I need to get a PC just so I can play STO. Wait, Ruben told me I could do something like Steam. GeForce Now. I'm gonna try it. That's how you play STO, and it's not glitchy or anything, right? I'm gonna do it tonight. I have to have the Stargazer.
I mean, if you're not hardwired to your router, it's gonna be teeny.
Can you
bitty-
pay? Is there a thing you can do in STO where you just pay to do whatever you want in the game? You don't have to do the missions. You can just fly your ship around, or is that part of the game? You can just fly and not be bothered.
I mean,
like,
you
is there, like, a
technically can
mode?
just fly around and just not do
You
anything,
could.
not be bothered with anything? Yeah.
You could.
And
I mean, the missions are super fun.
Can you
because they're
pay
well
for?
written.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
unlike
Oh, wow.
Don't
other
say
things
it.
that Star Trek's doing.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
It's gonna get started again. I was ready to
You're gonna-
wind down. I'm
you're
trying to
gonna-
wind down the show, and you're trying to get me started.
Ah,
If you start me up, I'll never stop. Anyways, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that tonight, and then I'm gonna
Hey,
start
Ruben.
streaming me playing I might actually hop back on later, just me by myself, audience, and stream me playing STO for the first time. So you might be able to witness that happening.
Hey Ruben, did you check out the Voyager game that I told you about yet? I mean, not the. Oh my God, the Orville game that I told you about yet.
Oh no.
Oh, you should check it out,
Oh.
man.
Let's say goodbye to the audience. Bye, audience.
Goodbye.
This was a nice
Bye-bye.
little neat 2-hour Starfleet Boy After Dark. I've been streaming for 5 hours tonight, so I'm
Hey,
Oh my
Trial.
god, dude. You
Trial.
popped out, dude.
The trial
the
episode.
stream the stream never ends. Yeah, you
Trial.
Bye.